Hello and welcome to Crash and Burn. Thank you for joining us for an evening of Dungeons and Dragons. I'm Tom Yansis and I will be your Dungeon Master tonight. We are thrilled to be streaming at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg. But what is this show? Why, this is the adventures of the Gatecrashers. For those of you who don't know, the Gatecrashers are adventurers who travel the multiverse, saving the world. Apart from the fact that 12 of them have gone mysteriously missing, and it's up to our heroes to solve the mystery. You know, traditional D&D stuff. For those of you who are new to Dungeons & Dragons, everyone here plays fantasy characters in a fantasy universe. The 5 players each have their own unique characters with sheets that tell them who they are, what they can do, their deepest secrets, and what dice to roll. They will mostly be rolling this 20-sided to see if they succeed in what they're trying to do. 20 is good. 1 is hilariously bad. And whilst they play their characters, everything else in said fantasy universe is played by me. People, monsters, weather patterns, you name it. Between me describing the world and story, the players describing what they want to do, and some dice rolls to keep things unpredictable for all of us, we will tell our story.
Hi, my name's Chris, I use they/them pronouns, and I am playing Honkelred Honorhoof, known to their friends as Hunk, who also uses they/them pronouns. Hunk is a bard/cleric, a creation bard/peace cleric, and has just returned from adventures in the Shadowfell, trying to settle back into their life in Waterdeep, seeing their friends succeed all around them, but still confused and intrigued as to what's happening with the 12 silver keys they found at the end of their adventures in the Shadowfell. Maybe this adventure will bring some light to that. Who can say?
Hi, I'm Sean. My pronouns are he, him, and in this campaign I am playing Bernard Hart, also known as Heartburn, who is also he, him, a Fire Genasi Bardbariogue, that is Bard, Barbarian and Rogue. Please do check out the wiki for how that entirely works. I'm still trying to work it out myself.
Hi, I'm Emma. I use the pronouns M or Emma. I'm playing Myrta, who uses she, her pronouns. Look, I don't know what you've heard about me, but the prophecies are all real, none of them are fake, and really it was their own choice to travel into the future, so I don't know why they're so upset with me.
Hello, I'm Mike. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm playing Hemlock, who also uses he, him pronouns. Hemlock is arguably the closest to the actual organisation of the Gatecrashers, yet seems to know the least.
Hello, I am David Shears. I go by he, him. I am playing Alba, or Al, also goes by he, him. Al is 5'1" of concentrated hobgoblin fury with an intellect honed to a fine tool. Coming from a distant plane, he was plucked from the battlefield and found himself where? We don't know. He's a blade singer. He likes music, tradition, and art, casting, flashing spells from his fingertips, his saber slashing against his enemies. And where will he go next?
Before we kick off, here's a word from our sponsors.
We are delighted to be sponsored by HeroForge. HeroForge offers fully customizable tabletop minis with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. You can see all of the minis that we designed for this stream in the overlay, and they animate when we enter the combat, so look out for that. HeroForge are fantastic, so do check out the Pro membership where you can get premium access to features ahead of time, beta access to things, and all sorts of cool stuff that just makes your life a lot easier. And you can check them out at heroforge.com.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Ultra Pro. They make accessories for D&D, Magic the Gathering, and more. My favourite part of the collection are their figurines of adorable power. Here is their gazer. They also make other things such as deck boxes if you play Magic the Gathering. You can find all of Ultra Pro stuff at ultrapro.com.
Hey friends, check out our new sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for a carefully curated menagerie of click-clack math rocks for your delectation. Check out their entire selection at phoenixdice.com, and just so you know, Phoenix Dice are all about living gloriously in the worlds of tabletop games and sustainably in this one, which means their dice are working to be recycled, their packaging is recycled, the dice are made of sustainable materials. It's all great stuff. You should definitely get involved. You can also join us today in chat with a chance to be in a raffle and win some Phoenix Dice of your own. Just put !dice into chat and you'll be in with a chance to win.
We are proud to be sponsored by Alchemy RPG. Reimagine your gaming experience with Alchemy. They're focused on creating immersive, cinematic experiences everywhere you interact with tabletop role-playing games. Playing a game, creating a world, streaming, watching live games, discovering new content. Look at all the cool stuff that they are doing there. You can use environmental motion art, scene-based music, seamless character management to run your games over the internet, with upcoming features including homebrew content, streaming overlays, and spectator mode. So go and check out alchemyrpg.com.
We're delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings together D&D characters from novels, adventures, and multiple live streams into a single grand adventure. Select your heroes and formation and battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, phone, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. You can pop exclamation code into chat for a free Electrum chest.
We are also supported by Warriors of Waterdeep. Take your team of warriors on a quest spanning the Forgotten Realms, all on your mobile. Power up your teams with items, work with your guild to defeat hordes of enemies, and test your mettle in the arena. And to make all of that work, you need gems. As we frequently say, the hunt for gems is real. Pop !WOW gems into chat for a link to collect free gems and get yourself that nice sword you've been looking at, or revive your heroes against a deadly foe. Download link !Warriors of Waterdeep in chat.
We're delighted to be supported by Neverwinter. In Neverwinter, explore and defend one of the most beautiful cities from Dungeons & Dragons' Forgotten Realms campaign setting as it rises from the ashes of destruction. Epic stories, action combat, and classic role-playing await those heroes courageous enough to enter the fantastic world of Neverwinter. Neverwinter is completely free to play, so set yourself up an account today and pop !NW gift into chat for a link to a free gift.
Check out our supporters at D&D Beyond, your guide to digital D&D. Make character sheets online, share them in a campaign, and track all of those tasty little stats in one easy place. You can use the Beyond app to track your characters on the go. You can also use their encounter tracker and archive monsters to run any smooth combat thing. You know what I'm saying. You're a DM. You've done this before. You know D&D Beyond is the place to go. You can also check out our character sheets and ! characters in Twitch chat below. Check out our wonderful supporters, Elderwood Academy, who make beautiful bespoke gaming-themed gear, including Hex Chest dice boxes, Spellbook deck boxes disguised as bespoke ancient arcane tomes, and Scroll and Codex dice tower and rolling tray pairings. Make your own with their online designer at elderwoodacademy.com.
This stream will run for 3 hours, and there will be a roughly 5 to 10 minute break somewhere near the middle. We run shows on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. Greenwich Meridian / British Summertime, which is 10 a.m. Pacific Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. in mainland Europe, and 2 a.m. Tuesday morning in Japan and parts of Australia. On Mondays and Tuesdays, we run TTRPG streams for 3 hours. And on Fridays, we run our talk show, Talk Together, for 1 hour. Our TTRPG streams can be one-shots, 4, 6, 8, or 12 weeks long. You can always find our latest schedule at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg/schedule.
We are Roll Together RPG on all socials, so find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and even TikTok. Links in chat.
Thank you to our D20 Club on Patreon. You can find a link in chat. Help us make our shows from just £1, $1, or $1 gold piece, and unlock more tiers by joining. Our D20 Club are fab. They've created a fan Discord for us. They've also made a wiki page for Roll Together. You can find that at rolltogether.fandom.com.
Welcome to our podcast listeners. If you also would like to listen to us via podcast, you can search Roll Together RPG on your favourite podcast provider. If we're not there, let us know and we will add ourselves to that list.
Finally, we play with a diverse group of players who play with a diverse set of characters with wide-ranging sexual and gender identities. Our tables are trans and GNC positive, and we encourage and champion trans and GNC players and characters in our games. The DM and players may portray characters that are of a different gender to their own. We aim to avoid misgendering, but acknowledge it does happen, and have a company policy in place for correcting people and pronouns. If we miss an instance of misgendering, we are open to being corrected, so please do let us know if you think one has been missed. Check out !safety in chat for content warnings and some of the safety tools that we use through the TTRPG Safety Toolkit. And now, let's begin! Hello, welcome to the final part of Crash and Burn. Now, what happened? Boo! Oh,
You booing the show?
No, I'm being the end.
Oh.
yeah, a compliment. Look as Em gets inspiration. You're like, yeah, I'm that.
I'm booing the show. Hey, welcome to the show. Boo.
Hang on. Question: we know who Burn is, but who's Crash?
Well, now that's.
Generally was not trying to put myself as the protagonist of this.
And yet, when they tell the story of Crash and Burn, yes. So, episode 3, our heroes basically hung out in a corrupted wood for an episode. Antimachus, the prince.
You were really unhappy about it, Tom. You were not happy with us for hanging out in the corrupt. We were like, get out of the wood.
I just kept saying this is a really bad place to be, and then you all decided to have a sit down and a picnic. Yes, Antimachus, the prince of the centaurs, and his brother Korvax, cousin even. Oh, brother cousin. Terrible family. Anyway, went off. Korvax is now supposedly dead. Antimachus has come back. While the party were deciding to have a rest, poor sweet Hemlock basically saw a vision of a murder. Then a treant came, tried to kill Woodwode, and basically...
And the rest of the party is too soft and would not just sit in the hut and let the Woodwode die. That's what happened.
Yeah. And after 3 turns of preparation, as Alba prepared his finishing move, Murta, reliable, clever Murta, just banished the enemies. And it
was so fucking shady, but it was entirely by mistake, and that's kismet.
I'd forgotten.
How glorious would the battles have been that we never got to fight?
Well, again, Alba, when you sing the songs around the campfire, you can talk about how you danced for what is it, 18 seconds.
In Alba's mind, I intimidated them into vanishing, so...
Whatever helps you sleep at night, my brother. Anyway, Antimachus returned to the group, face covered in blood, and basically said, come with me if you want to live. And now we go back into the action.
I'm going to go with him because I'd like to live.
Smart. No, I could trust you. Just
you need any healing? You got blood all over your face.
Okay. So the way this is going to work, we're going to run that way about, I don't know, a short distance. You're going to end up in a glade. It's going to seem like it's dusk. You're going to see someone. Just say, I invoke the laws of hospitality and we should be fine. Yes.
Are you suggesting running, say, around 500 feet or fewer?
Technically it's about 200, but there's a portal, but...
There's a portal. Just describe the portal to me as we stand here.
I don't think that's a good idea, as you just hear sort of...
Alba's off and running.
I'm gonna dimension door myself and... Can't be Alba, Alba's gone.
Yeah.
Hunk.
Sorry.
Oh.
To the portal.
I'm prepping a cure wounds and then just whoa.
Hemlock, it looks like we're going the long routes.
You do have to be willing.
Oh no, Hunk's current attitude to Murta is currently, I'm sure she has a plan.
And what happens is that the floor disappears from underneath us, and we fall and land in front of the portal.
Whoa.
Nice.
I mean,
I'm not.
built for sprinting.
Don't worry. I'll stay. Antimachus goes over to the now officially unconscious unicorn and goes, berry, and sort of like pushes a berry between her lips, and then she starts up. She's like, right, good, you're back. She's like, I'm feeling. She's like, absolutely no time. We need to go. Come on. So it turns back to Bernard's still there, Hemlock still there, and going, I think we've got a minute or so. If we just keep moving, we should be fine. You don't need to run, but move at speed. And a unicorn and a centaur just gallop off into the woods. Which, as you're noticing, like the trees are like pulling back. You would expect previously like to be hit by branches, but the trees seem to be moving. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
This portal.
Yes.
It's right in front of us.
Yes.
Can we step through it?
Yeah, just step through it.
Step through it. Poof, poof.
Are we in a glade?
You're in a glade. Everyone else, Albert, you ran off, didn't you?
Yeah, I've got. I can dash 80 feet around at the moment.
That's fine. So you're there in sort of 2 and a bit. I'm not putting us into combat quite yet. This is the story. Let's just run away for a moment. Again,
15 seconds.
15 seconds of running. I assume everyone's going to run and go through the portal.
I'll go as fast as Hemlock does. I'm not going to leave him behind.
Yeah, and he's coming. He's chuntering away about how he had to stay close to the key, but he doesn't know where the key's gone now. Because the key's
I've still
away in front of him.
Still got 30 seconds of my spells being up, so who knows?
Bernard's just going to be like saying to Hemlock, so you're looking for the key. Well, where did you last see it?
Inside Murta.
Well, that's concerning.
Why would you tell them? Was our secret, Hemlock?
No loyalties.
I didn't tell Hemlock not to keep it.
Look, if you've got an intelligence of 6 or maybe 7, you've got to play it. Like, if a figure steps out in the woods now, I'm not going to say whatever Antimachus Celer should say, because I can't remember what that is in character.
Basically, fair. I was just going to basically sum it up, but no, I
remember it fine.
I think Hunk would be fine because Hunk is polite.
I have the opposite problem. My character would remember. Yeah. I have no idea.
It was I invoke the laws of hospitality. Hunk doesn't know, but Chris does. Off you go.
Right. Are we running or are we in the glade?
Is there a figure?
You step through. Yeah, you are in. Again, this is dusk. In a open glade. A short distance away is a large pond, which is currently covered in like pond scum and mud. There is a figure standing next to it, but I'm also going to point out, just behind this is the biggest tree that any of you, and I can say this with confidence, have ever seen in your life. It just goes up for literal miles. This is absolutely huge. As you all arrive, this figure sort of turns around.
Hi there.
We invoke the laws of hospitality. We'll just be sitting down now, thank you.
Granted.
I look at Murta sitting down and just walk over.
Help an old woman up.
Help Murta up.
That's fine. This entire glade, you're under the laws of hospitality. I mean, I'm going to describe the figure, but also someone who's not under the laws of hospitality. There is a figure who is just being attacked by wild animals. Who's just when Antimachus arrives, he's like, she tried to murder me. She's as you hear, as the wild dogs consume this witch. There's also a corpse, rather large horse-shaped corpse. So this figure, which has turned around, if you imagine a sort of a teenager with sort of long, sort of dark hair, they're wearing what looks like a duffel coat, red rain boots. Imagine that. Now imagine someone held them by the side of their head and dipped the entire left side of their body into mud and gunk. So there's a perfect... So this side, the other side, has a yellow eye and is just muddy. The other side, clear blue watery eyes. And this figure just sort of stands there and like waves with one hand and gives a rude gesture with the other and then sort of puts it down. It's like, Okay, that's fine. You get the laws of hospitality. They could just leave. No, you're welcome. Please do rest before anything else comes through. So, you two, you're currently safe. Everyone else. Alba went running off. Alba, into a portal. Big tree, pond person getting eaten by bear. Dead horse.
Can we assist the person getting eaten by bear, or is that the enemy?
You could go look if you like.
Well, as Alba arrives, I guess I shall wander not too close.
Invoke the laws of hospitality.
Sod you! No! Granted. and this is the thing, as that said, you all kind of do get a feeling of just sort of like when you've been in the forest, you've had this feeling of going, this is bad, this is wrong. You kind of feel there's that sort of petrichor smell, like soil after the rain, this is calming.
Petrichor.
It's one of the best smells. Yes, so Alba, you also feel the sense of calm and of peace.
Oh, I feel like I could rest for 8 hours.
The figure that is split down the centre.
Yes.
Can I walk over to them and go, what's going on?
Oh, you wouldn't.
Can I help you with that?
Do you have healing magic? Sort of like the hand reaches out and is like, nope. Yes, actually, any if you've got any way of sort of like cleansing, that would be appreciated. And sort of looks at you, cleric. I can see the.
Yeah.
Yes, much appreciated.
I mean, what are you looking for?
Blood. Nope. Any sort of like any healing magic that you do have, if you could put it into the pond, I would be grateful.
Into the pond?
Yes, I'm a genus loci. This is my glade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hunk doesn't know what any of that means, but is going with the.
Sort of looks at you and goes, "I'm magical, and I live here."
This seems important. I'm going to use my 6th level spell slot to cast a Cure Wounds into the pond.
Nice.
Very nice. You watch as...
There's a number.
Oh, okay.
It's Cure Wounds.
Yeah.
40. I heal 40 points of damage.
The mud, which has been like wet and sopping, seems to sort of dry out a bit. I mean, it's not, and it's just like, thank you very much.
You are more than welcome.
You're welcome. Welcome. Hand reaching out again. Nope. Okay.
Can I help you with that too?
Yes, you can. But we'll get to that. Okay. So Alba, you came in. Bernard, Hemlock. Let's say Bernard and Hemlock. You teleport in at this point.
Remember what the phrase was?
You invoke the laws of hospitality.
We invoke the laws of hospitality.
Looks down at the creature. Horse brutality?
Yeah. As you look, they ripped Korvax to pieces. Whatever. Well, you don't necessarily know it's the creature who's being attacked, but...
And do we have to say laws of horse brutality?
Because there's a dead horse, obviously.
Puns.
Yeah. You did this, Tom. You did this.
No, it's fine. As Antimachus and Cordelia sort of enter, Cordelia goes over to the figure and starts nuzzling, and sort of like with the good hand they stroke. It's like good to see you. Antimachus is like, bad, and then looks over at the person being ripped apart. And
your horse.
Did we do that?
Which one? Cool.
Not that horse.
You fixed the
horse.
The unicorn. Yes.
A horse with a horn. I mean, I could call myself a king if I wanted to.
Cordelia comes over and just nudges you with our horn. Make a wisdom save.
Tis pity he's a horse.
Oh, dear.
Is this the point at which Myrta gets her comeuppance?
That's an 18.
No.
No. You got nudged by a unicorn's horn and then just...
Well, precisely. Thank you for proving my point to me. You have a horn. Well done.
Not to jump on things, Tom, but if Korvax is on the floor and clearly dead, how dead is Korvax? Like, could I revivify Korvax?
How long does revivify take? Like, is it?
It's an action, but they can't have been dead for longer than a minute.
He's been dead for longer than a minute, unfortunately. Yeah.
Okay, then I will walk over and look down at the body and just sort of... There's nothing I can do for him, I'm sorry.
Antimachus sort of comes over and puts a hand on his shoulder and is like, I appreciate, he died saving me, and he will have a hero's burial. He helped save the glade. Right, I'm trying to keep everything. This is where I'm like, hey, we're doing a big combat episode. No, more plot. What did everyone want to do?
I wanted to go shopping, Tom.
Okay. A man walks out and he's like, what are you buying, stranger?
It's a computer RPG. There's a random shop assistant here for no reason.
To join Hunk in investigating the mud.
Sure.
And it's got
Investigating the mud?
Well, you said that you wanted to look at the person with the mud.
I was going to try and fix them with magic.
I was going to investigate so I could find out how to fix them with magic.
Oh, okay.
Sure. That's going to have anyone else for any more? Or?
I've currently got roid rage, Tom, so if there's something to hit...
Do you want to go beat up the Blood Witch?
Yes.
Okay.
Literally, Tensor's transformation, I see it as... It's roid rage.
Do you let people know that's what you want to do?
No, I'm roid raging.
Okay, you just run over and make an attack roll.
I mean, they clearly seem aggressive or whatever.
They are a hag. They are there's a green tinge to them, horns curled up. Their arms are absolutely covered in blood.
Are they looking at me in what you might describe as a funny way?
They look up at you. Yeah, no, big.
What's your problem, pal?
I want your blood! Give me your blood! Ah, there's a bear!
I'll give you my sword!
Yes! Cut me!
Are we just living out someone's hag fantasies?
Hemlock's just stood in the middle, holding really tightly to the axe, just sort of like looking from one side to the other, just sort of like waiting for someone to point in a direction.
Out of nowhere.
Looks down at the dead horse, looks at...
Nice.
Looks at Hunk, looks at Albus screaming.
I would also like to point out Korvax was a centaur. He's not just a horse. We're giving him a little bit of respect, but he's a dead horse. No one beat a dead horse, okay?
He's a horse with a party hat.
Respect onto Hemlock. You don't know the differences Minotaurs and Centaurs have with each other.
If I catch Hemlock's eye, it will very much be this expression. I don't know.
For podcast listeners, that was an almighty shrug.
I asked what was wrong, and they said, "Can you heal my pond?" I don't know what's going on.
Alba, make an attack roll.
Yay! Rage. I know where I grab some gym equipment and hurl it. No.
Okay, you throw some dumbbells at Lily of the Valley.
Don't throw dumbbells?
Does a 24 hit?
Yep.
Cool. I'll roll all these attacks, and then we'll see what we're doing damage-wise, or whatever. You might have some special stuff planned.
Is Alba just jumping up and down on top of the blood wedge?
Yes.
It's roid rage. That's a 19
Asterix
hit.
comic is what it is.
a 19 of damage.
19. Does a 19 hit?
Yes. She's got 18.
I'm literally just rolling all the attacks first.
No, please, by means.
There's
the
a
bear,
20
the
hit.
boars,
Yeah.
a couple of squirrels. They all just sort of sit back and watch.
Cool. So this will be, let's work out this damage. 12 plus 14 is 26. Plus 15 is 41. And then I have, so I hate to be that person. I just want to make sure I'm doing the right amount of damage.
Of course.
Right. 40-12. 60-12, sorry. 41 plus 37. 50. Yeah. Cool. That's the amount I do. The 41 is slashing and the rest is force.
Do you want to know how much HP she has?
2.
No.
1.
78. Alba, finish her.
I just madly hacking away with all the frustrations of
that would be really
Rage.
useful against that Warforged, wouldn't it?
Well, once Alba's done, can Bernard just kind of be like, "Hey, Alba, have a Snickers."
Alba
Helps
is
me calm
literally
down.
putting blood on his tongue, smearing blood on his face. I'll give you blood. Who's next?
I think we take away the right. No. They just seem
Fences
very
is a
excited.
dangerous
They're not
spell.
necessarily evil. They're going to corrupt us again. It's all but no. No, the Minotaur was nice to us. But that isn't good. even the wild animals are like, huh.
Oh, just hold still. Leave my friend alone and hold still while I take a look at your mud.
Don't touch my mud. Okay. Just sort of like, yeah.
Can I roll investigation?
Absolutely.
Can I roll with advantage because Hunk's here?
Is Hunk... No, Chris... Again, podcast listener, Chris looks so confused. Okay,
Yes, Hunk will help you investigate the mud by...
I was going to say, can you
I
please...
don't want to touch it.
Yeah, could you
Oh, I
please
can do
explain...
that, that's fine. It's
There
not
you go. I
scraping.
was going to like how Hunk can help here. But yes, you start scraping.
No.
I rolled 2 10s, which makes it a 19.
Nice.
Okay, so Hunk. Oh no. Okay, make a wisdom saving throw, Hunk.
Oh no.
What, for touching the mud?
For touching the mud.
Right.
Oh no.
You can add +3 to that.
Oh, thank you. 15.
You make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
So I got another plus for.
You can add
13.
another +3 to that as well.
Is it a spell?
It's not. It's a corruption, which might not say is a thing, but Hunk, you touch it and you watch as the mud sort of like disappears into your arm. It just sort of vanishes, and you're just like,
well, that seems bad.
It does.
Yes,
seem
that was
bad.
very interesting. Maybe just do it again.
Can I cast Lesser Restoration on myself, Tom?
Yes.
I do.
You cast lesser restoration on yourself.
I cast Lesser Restoration.
Right. You cast the spell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You
Do I
fine.
feel... There's no obvious difference?
You didn't really feel that much difference when the mud went inside you, so... I'm just going to give you a small thing. Hunk, shut your eyes. You just take a moment to... Everything seems fine. You're fine.
What?
Weird. Hi. Got a deity's voice in your head. A voice in your head which just told you to shut your eyes and then it told you everything is fine. Weird.
I will cast an Aura of Purity on myself.
Fair enough. You cast it on yourself, and
Well, it's an aura, so the whole area starts to become purified.
that's nice actually, because the figure, the muddy, half muddy creature, is sort of like you're near the pond as well, right?
Yeah.
You watch as some of the pond scum sort of disappear, and the water you can see, as
What
said,
does it
is
do, Tom?
I know Sam's not here, so we're not getting quite into the much science. But when pond scum goes and disapparates,
You learn
hello,
something
welcome
every
back
day.
to Roll Together Pseudoscience.
Magic did it. Done.
You know how the moon causes ghosts? Well, that's going to be a four-parter. Anyway, yes. So the pond scum starts sort of moving back a bit. You still feel good, and also like the mud starts sort of flaking off this person as well. And it's like,
If I close my eyes, do I still hear a random god say everything's fine?
you shut your eyes. Well, I'm not going to say it now. Hey.
Oh no.
Hello.
Hi. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
Who are you?
How about you give me your name first? Full name.
No.
Ah.
I don't know who you are, and you're in my head when I touch some weird mud. So
that's absolutely fine. Don't you worry. Don't worry. Hunk, we're going to have a real nice conversation later. But I think you've got some things to do. Just, how can I say this nicely? Catch you on the flip-flop.
Oh no. Sorry, Chris.
I mean, Hunk, no, don't worry. Hunk is going to open their eyes again, look at all of you and go, okay, whatever was affecting them, the mud thing, it's affecting me too. So.
Oh, how fascinating.
I got more curses to remove.
Andy Marcus is like, their name is Quiet. And the church is like, stop giving people my name.
Alba is tearing out the throat of the Blood Witch, but in a very purified way.
Can I cast Identify on Hunk?
Yes.
I'll touch the other arm that didn't touch the mud.
I don't know if the mud is spread. There's a voice in my head. I don't like it.
You're not currently muddy.
No.
Good. I mean, I don't like being muddy.
Okay, you cast Identify.
That may become something of an issue based on current situation. We'll
work it out.
Identify, Tom. Go on. How fucked is Chris?
Well, as long as Hunk's a good Minotaur and behaves, everything's fine. Everything's beautiful and nothing hurts. There's someone else. There's sort of like I don't know if Identify would tell you about souls, but someone's just hanging out with Hunk.
Hey, Tom, souls are my thing. You can just back off.
No, I want what you have.
In D&D terms, like in in-game terms, cursed, diseased, poisoned, what are we talking?
Chosen by some greater power, you know.
Well, I don't know why it was you, but it seems that some deity has chosen you to be a vessel. Isn't that exciting?
I mean, maybe. I don't really know.
Think of all the adventures you'll have together.
Well, I better get to know them, I guess.
Maybe you'll do great things. Maybe you'll defeat the great evil.
I'm usually not the hero.
Congratulations, you graduated to hero.
Ba 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 ba.
We'll be singing songs about you, Hunk. I'm going to start now. I'm going to just stop strumming away.
I'm going to go over to Hemlock. And very quietly, so just the two of us can have a conversation. If I start behaving not like me, can you please make sure I don't hurt anybody?
Hemlock sort of like still staring across at Albert, like in trance, and sort of turns to you and sort of just takes it simply, just yes.
Thank you.
And then just goes back to watching Albert do.
I think I will also look over at Albert and go,
oh God.
Is he all right?
I feel like he's working out.
It's the spell! It's kind of a gamble. I can't stop the rage.
Please.
I can't stop the rage ever since the soul world began.
So, see, that's the trouble with these magically enhanced rages. You got to go all natural, otherwise it's just you're putting your body through the ringer.
Oh, boys, put your dicks away.
Are all three of us just stood in a line at this
If you could kindly. It's at this point where a voice says, "We invoke the rights of hospitality." And as you look, there is one elf, two elves, and a warforged.
So there are three elves.
Well, two elves, and a warforged.
Oh, not Gatecrasher, but not Gatecrasher.
Oh, is one of them my Gatecrasher?
Yes.
Can't be my
darling. You're not wearing enough scarves.
Oh, are we doing gifts now, Mert? Marvellous.
Who's the other elf?
The other elf, has a burnt side of the face. I seem to like half faces. Hemlock, you know this elf. This elf put a crossbow bolt in your back.
That's the assassin guy.
Oh,
I couldn't describe from before. Do you mind if I just chop his head off?
Yes, actually, they've invoked the right of hospitality. There will be, well, apart from points at Alba, who already that one already was being incredibly rude and was trying to kill my my chosen. There will be no violence on my grounds for the next 8 hours. It looks at its corrupted arm. Just.
I'm going to walk back over so the aura of purity keeps purifying them.
Could you not do that? Says the assassin. That was a part of our plan. You know.
I stand next to them.
Oh, you're vexing, Minotaur, but can't help but like you.
My name's Hunk. Don't refer to me by species, you ass.
Once again, I can solve this problem quite easily by chopping his head off.
Well, we're guests here. We're all guests. I tell you what, we won't bother each other.
Well, just to outstay this.
Yeah, you go over by the tree. We'll just have a sit here.
Are you open to bothering? I have questions.
Oh, absolutely. If you want to talk. First of all, how about, I don't know, touching the corruption? Come join us. That'll be fun. I mean, you're Murta. It's ultimate power. The power of a god, Murta. How's that sound?
I don't need the power of a god. I'm already a god. Come on, get with the times.
Your Gatecrasher sort of looks and he's like, she was incredibly powerful. She could be an aspect of a god, No
one would ever know.
Tom, who's the Warforged?
Who's in the Warforged?
Now, who is the Warforged? Because my Warforged was banished and was not from this plane. Was not from this plane, so wouldn't return.
Interesting. Huh. Okay, that was my mistake. There isn't a Warforged.
Okay.
That's part of.
Sorry to stop your plans.
No, I'll tell you. There is someone else here who I wasn't, but was already. The Medusa. The Medusa is there.
There's a Medusa here.
Well, that's not.
You saw the Medusa when you scried. There was the elf who was there, and there was a Medusa who was working on a machine which she now has underneath her arm. Hunk, I'm not even going to make you roll for this. Looks very much like a smaller version of the Cadence. Yeah.
Machine.
Yeah. So, just as the war. Look at you making your combat easier as Katie just warps away. Okay. But again, the Medusa she's wearing big black sunglasses and sort of like really nervously sort of like just waves. And the main elf is like, stop.
He just got super badass for no good reason, and I love it. Hey guys, hey.
Sunglasses, cool.
Hey. Yeah, just, hey, stop that. No, all right. Okay. As I said, sort of like, we'll go sit over here. If you want to talk to us, fine, and then we'll do a bit of the old... Or we can make this simpler. Sort of looks at Hemlock. Give us the key. Give us the key and we can leave and everything's sorted.
Listen really carefully. No.
Gatecrasher giggles. The Medusa sort of smirks and the elf sort of like... What you gonna do? And the good day is like, no violence. It's like, all right.
Why do you want it?
We want to go home. We got stuck here, and we require a key to get back. So all we need is the key, and points down, gestures to the machine, and then we just get to leave. That sounds fine, doesn't it? I mean, you've got.
I mean, someone else could open a portal for you and you could just step through, no key required.
No. I mean, that's granted, but, okay, fair enough. How about you just open us a portal, then?
Well, I couldn't possibly. I don't have the key.
No, because the, looks at Hunk. Other one has the key.
That's not better.
I don't care. This guy's head you can rip off. I'm just.
Albert looks up with the mouth dripping blood and says, "Oi! Respect the rules of the hospitality!"
You murdered our friend. You murdered a fellow assistant to a Gatecrasher.
No excuse to be rude to my friend.
he starts sort of like to gnash, and then sort of takes a moment and is like, I don't care. I don't care. It's all like, I don't care. And Gatecrasher's like, I know you don't care. I don't care. Dorothea, just put it down.
Just one of you talk at a time. All right. You've not answered the first question. Why do you need a key?
I tell you.
I'm going to point at the mouthy elf.
Yes. Why do I need a key?
Yes.
Well, we had 12 keys, then we lost them, and now we need a key to get home. We got stuck here because...
Yes, but, as addressed previously, someone could just open a portal and you could walk through. Why do you need a key?
Because we want the key. We want...
Right, okay, that's not needing a key, though, is it? That's just wanting a key. That's very different to needing a key to go home, which is what you're trying to present, but actually is not really your motivation, is it, darling?
We want to have the key so we can keep opening portals and so we can keep powering our...
Gosh, that sounds like an excellent reason for you to have a key. Maybe we should consider it.
I mean, if you could. Gatecrasher has sat down and is just like, she's being sarky, dear.
She is being sarky.
Just points at Myrta. It's like, chose you for a reason, love.
I might consider it if you gave my Gatecrasher back.
Oh, so the Gatecrasher's like, oh, I'm not against it. I mean, I've got all these, the voice in my head, but we'll see. A bit like, points at Hunk, welcome to the party.
Yeah, not for long.
Well, you see, I was very against it, sort of, there was big fighting, they murdered my friends, and then all of a sudden I stopped caring, and that was fun, that was nice. You'll stop caring in a while. Just give it time.
That was the best thing about you, was that you did care. Foolish woman.
And where did it get me? Eh? 2 dead best friends, and everyone forgot about me. Everyone left me to die in the Shadowfell, and now...
Excuse me? Am I chopped liver?
Where did she get a juice box from?
Hey, I'll chop some liver.
You said you had 12 keys.
Had, yes.
How did you have 12 keys?
Well, the Lady Badminton, she managed to murder. Well, she took my key. She took. Okay, Sean, prepare yourself. Here we go. Well, she took my key. She took Soma's key. She took Nerif's key. Well, Gatecrasher ripped Soma's head off. Actually, that was very unpleasant. He squealed while he died. Then, obviously, you came along, and then the boss decided to get a bit of revenge on the Gatecrashers, and now Lily of the Valley's dead, so that's one. And Lightly Fall of Snow decided to basically play triple agent. I'm just giving you information now, and so even one key. I mean, there's still Gatecrashers scattered out there. No one's going to miss one key, are they?
You didn't answer my question.
What exactly was your question, Hunk?
You said you had 12 keys. You never had 12 keys. There were 12 keys floating around, but you never had them.
Wow. And sort of leans back and is like, semantics, you got me there. But you gave them back, and that's fine. We'll. I obviously know where Gatecrasher HQ is, and we'll get there eventually. As we said, we were hoping that Tabaxi was going to turn coat after turning coat, but someone started putting ideas in Keeper's head about how dangerous it could be, and they upped the security, and the Tabaxi fell upon itself and started giving away our plans, actually. They'll die. That's fine.
You keep veiling yourself with success, yet all I hear is just like failure after failure from you guys. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it just sounds like there's a lot of hot air going far up your backside.
Trust me, we know hot air.
Yes, I suppose you do.
I mean, I could be wrong.
No, sort of like, again, the other elf is getting, like, incensed because this is not the kind of conversation, you know, like, no, things haven't quite gone the way we were hoping, but we live in hope, you know. Eternity is a long time, isn't it? Things ebb and they flow.
Don't you give all that spiel. That's my spiel. Shut up. Alba, snap out of it. We're going to need you to cast that hut.
Has it been 10 minutes since I cast Tensors, Tom?
Probably about that, yeah.
Right. This isn't mattering. Alba would know how it functions. I'm going to use my final Blade Song to give me a +5 on con saves, because I've got to make a con save.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be a 16 plus another 5, 21. It's fine. I didn't even need to use it. Would have been fine anyway. So
you're going to have a long rest unless you keep provoking the villains.
Hut. Yes. Sorry about that, everyone. That's not me. That's the spell. It's quite dangerous, but
in the right hands, it would have been really clutch at the right moment. You're fine.
Cometh the hour, cometh the transformation, and just begins, slightly embarrassed with a bit of chagrin, casting Tiny Hut.
You cast it over by the tree, like the designated side of the glade.
Yeah. Well, Hemlock, can I have a word with you once we're all inside? By the way, everyone, gather round and...
He's just gonna like do the classic sort of like stepping backwards without turning around and just watching them and just stepping back.
The assassin elf is glaring. Gatecrasher gives you like a toodaloo, and the Medusa sort of looks ashamed and kind of still fiddling with the machine.
Tom, my aura of purity lasts for 10 minutes. Will it be enough to clear the genius loci of
the deep
corruption?
Not completely, but a lot of you've done a lot of good. The mud is still sort of...
What if I stayed out here and kept casting it?
Okay, I'll tell you what. As you're sort of doing it, you're watching as the water's getting clearer.
Yeah.
But there's still sort of murk coming up. Make a perception roll.
27.
There's something at the bottom. Something shining, glittering.
Excuse me, Genus Loci, was that your name?
You can call me Quiet.
Okay, hi Quiet. There's something in the bottom of your pond. Can I go and get it?
That's kind of, you know, sort of like the mud is sort of like, you can start seeing the skin, but then it's coming back. That's kind of the constant which is causing this. I do worry that if you touch it, it's going to completely take over you.
I'll touch it.
Can I propose that we don't add to the problem we've already got? Hemlock's already gonna make sure I don't hurt anybody, and pretty sure that Hemlock's gonna be able to take me out if he needs to, so...
I mean, it's fine, I can always just use a different body if this one gets broken.
Whether it's fine. I'm already... whatever, so let me... If we can fix this place, then we've done something, no matter what happens next.
Doesn't anybody know that spell that lets you, pick things up without having to actually touch it physically? I don't myself.
Not currently, no.
Hang on, I don't think so. Oh, I do have that spell, yeah. Should I do that?
One?
It's a hand made of magic. I might call it a magic hand. It's not called that, apparently.
I would show you mine, but, it's not a hand contest, is it? And I'm kind of busy with the heart.
It's always a hand contest.
It's not about the size of the hand, it's about the dexterity of the grip.
Can I use a mage hand to pick it up, Tom? Will that have the same effect?
The mage hand sort of... What does your mage hand look like?
It doesn't look like a hand, because Hunk's not that literal. No. It's more sort of a glowing light that just moves something, like picks it up like a hand would.
Sure.
Like a will-o'-the-wisp or something.
It's sort of the will-o'-wisp sort of like goes down, and because you're saying there's light, it's light. It's like a little, so like the little light bulb goes down and down and down, and then just vanishes.
Out.
Yeah.
Nope.
Ah.
If Hemlock can knock me out, or at least make sure that I'm not a threat to anybody, I can remove curses. Maybe that'll be enough to stop this.
Of course, you are assuming that I want you to remove curses. I think it's a good idea. I think it's a great idea. You should go get it. Go on.
I'm going to ignore the voice in my head for the time being.
There's a voice in your head. That's not good.
No, it is not.
So what's the voice in your head telling you to do?
Well, it wouldn't go away when I cast spells that would usually make things go away, and now it's saying I should go and get the thing in the bottom of the pond.
If he's so curious, tell him to touch the mud.
There is
Then we can have a nice conversation.
one rule with voice in your head. Either you follow them absolutely and commit, or you do not follow them at all.
Exactly.
Aye. Let's leave that alone.
The thing in the bottom of the pond is what's making this space corrupted.
You've helped a lot. I think this might always. I think I can contain it now. Now you've helped. It's always just going to be a part of me, unless I wouldn't advise touching it. I think I've got a hold on it now. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I can rest and remind myself of how to remove curses, and then we'll get rid of this.
Okay.
I can attempt to remove a curse from you.
Well, you've got it too. Okay.
We could double up.
Well, I need to rest first, but you want to try on this person?
Hello.
You could try and Hunk, who's less corrupted.
Don't touch the mud, whatever you do.
I'd prefer to.
The muddy hand starts coming towards you, and it's like, no.
I'll try. I've got a couple of goes. They'll walk over to Hank.
Mike, sorry, do you have to roll anything as part of Remove Curse, or will it just take effect?
No, it should, depending on how powerful it is or / what it is.
Tom, are you going to make Mike roll anything?
Yeah.
Because I have a spell that can make him proficient in a skill if he's not already.
You can, if you want to do that, you can do that.
I'd need to know what skill it is.
Yeah, it's not really helpful. I can give guidance, that's something.
He will take a knee in the area that's actually being cleared for now with Hunk's aura. Just sort of pull a load of fresh grass and sort of sprinkle it in the air. And as the grass sort of begins to sort of disintegrate, it turns into that nebula again. He holds it in his hand, and then he just like a classic sort of bull, sort of blows it with his nose into Hunk's face. Casting Remove Curse.
Okay. Actually, I won't make Hemlock roll, because Hemlock is just doing the spell. First of all, Hunk, could you make me a con save?
Free to it.
$22.
Cool. Can you make an intelligence roll now?
Roll. Now, Tom, I can see the future. Is there any chance I would have seen this happen?
You have seen two versions. One where Hunk is fine, and the other one where he just they just start stabbing.
In the one where he's fine, I saw myself intervene by casting Borrowed Knowledge on Hunk and making them proficient in intelligence.
You're welcome to try that.
You get an extra.
Can you cast Borrowed Knowledge on another person?
Self.
No, you're right, it's self. Damn!
You cast Borrowed Knowledge on yourself, and you're like, I know a lot of
lost
things.
track. God damn it.
Just so cheerfully oblivious to all of this, casting my hut, making a hut. La 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 la.
I am going to try and cast non-detection on Hunk, though.
Does it make sense to maybe use that spell on our hut? Make sure that we can't be scryed on.
Well, I'm going to cast it on Hunk first, because then you can't... I hide Hunk from divination magic. Can't be targeted by any divination magic or perceived through magical scrying sensors.
Tom, this intelligence roll, is it a saving throw? Is it an ability check?
It's an ability check. It's you're not being attacked by this.
Gotcha. Well, it's a -2. Nothing I can do to bump it. It's a -1.
You feel fine.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know if the voice is just playing silly buggers and being quiet.
Okay.
But for such a high roll, you kind of like, that's a weird thing because you felt fine before, but now you sort of like more of the smell of the petrichor and the stuff comes in. And you're like, I think I'm okay. Yeah.
I think that worked. I feel a lot better.
Wait, Hunk couldn't smell while had the spell. Did Hunk just get mind COVID?
No. Actually, sort of like anyone who cares. If you want to make a perception check of the bad guys,
I will. I'm not good at it.
13.
It's a 13.
Natural 1.
No, Sean, it was a 13.
What?
You got a 13.
I got a 13.
Sorry. I rolled a 13. I don't have any divination dice. We haven't had a long rest. I've used them all.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
However, given that I did cast non-detection, I've made myself proficient in perception, which makes it a 17.
Meets it, beats it. The Baddens look annoyed.
Oh, good. I do think it worked. Look at their faces. Look at their little faces.
I can't see anything. They snuck off.
Bernard is round.
My eyes. Oh, let me come with you. I can see perfectly. Let me come with you.
Am I now okay? Do we think I'm okay? Do I seem okay? I can't hear a voice in my head. That's good.
I mean, sort of quiet, sort of like, well, I think, I can't. That sort of points over. I mean, they're full of wherever this is, but I can't sense it from you anymore.
Hey.
Yay. And then the dark hand, puts the phone down and okay, that's gonna...
Well, hey, if it worked on me, it'll work on you.
Oh, hopefully.
You got any more in you, Hemlock?
I mean, does it have to be a remove curse? Because if there's anything magical about it, I could possibly try and dispel it, see if that works.
That's a good idea too.
Then it's just a united front trying to get close enough to...
Then it's just mud, yeah.
Could pair off.
How loud are you speaking?
Not loud enough that they would be able to hear. I mean, presumably they're on the other side of
They're on the other side of the glade. Yeah, if you want to dispel magic.
I'm just going to see if it's touch.
I mean, if it's pissed them off, then I'm going to carry on doing it.
I'll. Do I have a spell slot? Yes, I do. I'll use a dispel magic just to see whether that works.
Roll a d20. Roll a luck check.
Oh dear. A lot of pressure.
Yeah.
7.
Ooh.
Dispel magic.
I'm not dispelling magic.
No, Mercer. The thing that might have clicked in your head, a little memory.
You'd have to be casting it on me.
No.
Yes.
No, that's not what I'm saying here.
Choose one creature, object, or magical effect.
Futures.
Oh, have I?
Oh, I see. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Hang on.
that one hasn't come.
Tom sent me some things.
Oh.
Sorry, I thought it was to... Sorry, I thought it was
No, that's
I'm not dispelling matter. Explicitly. Not yet.
I don't think you sent me anything about dispel magic.
I haven't sent you this, but...
You sent me something about gummy bears, which hasn't come up.
Because you've changed
Are they bouncing
future.
here and there and everywhere?
I will let you roll with advantage. Roll again.
Oh, I want to roll my actual dice. Is that okay? Let me just...
Yeah, by all means, because... I mean, I don't want to meta here, but this might matter.
Oh, thanks.
Meta might matter?
No,
Okay, I'm going to throw out a guess here. If we dispel magic at genus loci, they cease to exist because they are magical creatures. That's my guess.
Well, that's better. That is an 18.
You again, you're like, everything's fine. You then get a memory of the dispel magic going, at which point, whatever was containing this corruption, shattering and just blast. And taking you watch Hunk ripping at their own face. You're fine because you managed to shut your vents. And then you watch, sort of your Gatecrasher screaming with joy as corruption just takes this woods.
Okay. That doesn't seem totally good.
That seems on par.
Bernard.
Aye.
Might I suggest... Not.
No! Whatever you're doing, do it!
I think it might just advance their plan. And while I'm all for advancement, I prefer to advance my own plans, personally.
To be fair, as soon as they started shouting, "Do it!" I lost my any kind of intent of following this course of action. So
give us the key and we'll go away.
On that.
Fuck off!
Could you just keep dispel magic far away from myself?
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's remove this bitch. And
could we sleep first?
No.
No, I'm gonna. Well, I was planning on burning all of my removed curses before we sleep. Because what's that?
Could you do my Gatecrasher? She would be ever so helpful if she was on our side. Ever so helpful. She's a dragon.
Hang on. 1 second. Removing curses ain't just like you walk up to someone and you remove a curse. Like, there's save and throws if you're not willing and stuff like that. Like, it's not just a thing. Like, this person needs our help, otherwise they're gonna be corrupted. Also, Alba's nearly done with that hut, which we can all just go sit in. And then they can be doing whatever they want and it won't hurt us, and we can make sure we're all ready before we take them on.
Over to the side, you hear, it's got no windows, the doors are shut. I'm casting Alba's tiny hut. And it springs into...
So is it 10 minutes of you doing a dance, then you sing the jingle, and it just pops into existence?
Yes, it's a Blade Singer tradition.
Well...
We thought those songs were heroic poems, but they're not. They're just nursery rhymes.
They're just jingles.
I don't need to understand or decide who I use this magic on, but you decide and I'll do it. And while you decide that, I do believe Alba wished to speak to me. So I'll be back with your decision. And so
how many
just
times?
turns around.
Oh, no, he's gone.
Make the decision for him and he'll do it.
Kind of gonna ask how many times he felt he had in him.
He just like flips two as he walks away.
2 left. Well, that sounds like...
Really, it should be his decision. However, I really do strongly feel like we should include my Gatecrasher in his decision.
We'd have to go over and touch them. We'd have to literally go over in a place where we've invoked summon, and that means we can't fight right now. Walking over and casting a spell on them breaks that.
Would be an act of war, wouldn't it?
Whereas casting a spell on the thing that is here to make sure it isn't sick anymore seems pretty obvious.
But he has to. And if they willingly cast a spell... What? The precise rules of hospitality.
Quiet comes over and is like, hello, what was the question?
What are the precise rules of hospitality, please? Exactly, word for word.
Blinks a couple of times again with the one yellow eye.
Mike, your mouth is gone.
We want the Pip's book defined, written down rule.
Oh, you've read Pip's book? I'm a big fan.
Of course I have.
Okay,
I've read every book.
Basically, the laws of hospitality are if everyone who will be within the glade is offered my protection, there will be no violence unless, like, do you know the term outlaw? Is that a term you've come across?
Yes, I have read a book.
Yeah.
Like a cowboy?
Once or twice.
So the way that outlaw works means that you...
Maybe a day. It's been a long life. Sorry, you were saying?
No, I was just saying, you're absolutely fascinating. If you survive whatever's going to happen, we need to talk.
Oh, I'm not dying.
Like a pirate?
So, like, the outlaw would mean that person would be outside of the law. So you could murder them, you could do whatever you like with them with no repercussions because they were outside of the law.
Outside of the law.
Basically, by the ruling force say this person is now outlawed.
What about the people who corrupted the person who makes the laws? Would they be outside of the law?
Well, yes. Yeah, but no.
That sounds fair to me. That sounds very, very fair.
I want souls. No, you don't want souls. I really do. No.
I probably could procure some souls for you if you wanted.
Can I propose that we ask Quiet this question after they're no longer cursed?
What about in a cage?
I think Hunk's onto something here.
No, I could put some souls in a cage for you.
Quiet is like, and just flings himself bodily into the pond and disappears.
Oh no!
And Antimachus, who's just sort of been sitting by the pond, is like, they'll be fine. They just need to. They need to rest.
I broke the god.
Yeah.
Yeah. So little nod mug, like, yeah, you did.
Silence.
Yep.
Okay, you two want to have a conversation. Everyone else, if you're just going to go sit in the hut.
Bernard's got something to ask Murta, but...
You're going to get a long rest. I'm going to let you press that button. If you want to press that button now, I can promise you nothing's going to happen in the next... Yes, Chris.
I have one more thing to say to the gate, the nasty, corrupted people cohort before...
Fine.
Resting, but beyond that.
I'll put it this way. I was going to let you have a long rest. If you break the laws of hospitality, you're not going to get long.
No.
Okay, that's fine.
They're very vague laws. I mean, I don't see what you could do, Hunk, aside from literally punching someone.
I'm going to walk over.
Okay.
Just stand in front of them.
Just Gatecrasher sort of looks up at you. The other elf is just ignoring you. But the insight check on the Medusa.
11.
They seem to have mouthed something at you. You don't know what it is. Carry on.
I'll give them a slightly quizzical look.
Make it. I don't want to do rolls upon rolls, but they're okay. They're going to try it again. I'm also going to make a perception check for the. Okay. Yeah, try again.
Sure.
Yeah, as she mouths something clearer.
19.
She's mouthing, "Help me!" At which point the elves are just like, "Stop that! Dorothea, you finish what you're doing." And then it's just like. Anyway, yes. Who do you want to talk to?
I'm just standing in front of them right now. I'm not talking to anyone. I'm just looking at them.
The assassin is trying to intimidate you. Gatecrasher has got like a novel out. Mm-hmm. It's just licking and just
yeah,
just licking the novel.
Looking at her finger and turning the page.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then she just licks the novel and was like, words.
Get your tongue off that book.
Scratch and sniff.
It sure does smell like the old Mississippi. Okay.
If the only one engaging with me is the assassin-y elf person, then I'll direct this at them. So let me get this straight. You want a thing.
Mm-hmm.
It stopped belonging to someone else. And now it's yours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not how ownership works. You don't get to decide what belongs to you. You don't get to decide what you own. You don't get to just go, that thing is now out there, and it isn't with the person who it belongs to. Therefore, it should be mine. You don't get to make that choice. Because there'll be people like us that stand in your way. So the next time you think something belongs to you, that Next time you take over someone's mind and say that person belongs to me, there will always be people like me that will turn to you and say that does not belong to you. I don't know who you are. I don't particularly want to kill this body or that body. But you do not get to behave like this. And whatever your plans are, we're going to stop them.
That's right. Give him a tap on the nose with a rolled up newspaper.
Aye, and fuck off too.
You could see that he's, like all bullies, is trying to think, and then Gatecrasher just puts a hand on his knees, just like, for once, Newland, just shut the fuck up. Just noted. There is a part of me that agrees, but a flicker. She's the only one of the three of here who has the yellow eyes, and you see whatever colour Myrta originally had as eye colour, just that flickers in and that flickers out.
Purple, obviously.
Purple.
Myrtle is a very special.
I said this. I don't know if it's true for Myrta. Did you have massive red hair? Was that true?
I mean, I'm fine to go with that. Yes, that was what we agreed. Purple eyes. I mean, to be fair, her idea of what I look like is based entirely on what I said. So
she's
exceptionally beautiful.
She's stunning, even for an elf, and tall, and has the most, just perfect porcelain. Yeah, perfect, beautiful.
It's like looking in a mirror from 2,000 years ago.
Okay.
She's also wearing a little hat.
So the eyes flicker.
Yeah.
We'll get you out of this. And I nod politely at Gatecrasher. I nod politely at the Medusa as well. I ignore dickhead. And just walk away.
Yes.
I know Sean wishes to talk to me.
Yes.
Can I begin maybe behind a tree somewhere where people can't see me? Or behind the hut where it's opaque and no one can see through it?
There is the hut, and also there is the canonically world's biggest tree.
I'll probably want to talk to you after I've had my conversation with Hemlock as well, depending on how it goes.
Just join the queue.
I've taken a number.
I will go behind the tree and I'm going to cast Rory's telepathic bond. It will take me 10 minutes and I'm going to connect with the Medusa.
Beautiful.
Very clever.
Is that contested? Or is
nope.
It
just happens.
It's willing creatures, Em. It's willing creatures. Come on, be fair.
I'll give her a look with my massive glowing red eyes that says, "Do it." I'll message her from behind the tree when I start.
Do it.
I'll message her from behind the tree. So,
I'd like to think mentally it's like a little tap tap on your door.
Do not say a word. But when you feel me pressing on your mind, just relax. Keep your face straight. What sort of woman are you?
Absolutely terrified.
Shush! I said don't say a word.
You just say, yeah, we know you're scared, Dorothea.
Brilliant.
Fix the machine. Oh, okay. She's so ducks down and is trying to hide her mouth behind her hands as she's tinkering.
She doesn't have to. Once we got the telepathic bond, Tom.
No, I know she doesn't need to, but bless her. Yeah. Oh, it's been a big day for Dottie.
I appreciate this might be a concept beyond your grasp. However, you can just think, and I will understand what you are saying. So you do not have to move your mouth. In fact, it would be better if you didn't.
Sort of lean round, and I've sort of just okay, fine, okay, I'm just think.
You advised my friend that you require help.
Yes.
Could you elaborate? That means more words. I'm sorry, I'm in a really shitty mood today. Myrta's being an arse.
No, Myrta's being Myrta, it's fine.
It's okay, she's kind of subservient, so it's just sort of okay, yes, as you know that they're going to do terrible things. They are Okay,
There is no need for secrets in this mental link. No one can hear us.
right, okay.
You can say whatever you like.
Fuck.
Well, all right, that's less helpful, but if any more? Shitting, wank?
Oh, dear.
That's not a combination you want.
Well, maybe some people do, and those people are horrid.
No, let's not kink shame
I
here.
will kink shame. Stop doing scat stuff. Naughty. That's
not
what I
for
call
us to
naughty.
judge.
Oh,
Doesn't
and now
hurt
do you have a
anyone
thing
else.
about me
Judging
telling you
scat.
off?
Tom may be judging scat, I am not.
I am.
Are you
Don't
in a
put it your
dishevelled
mouth.
orchestra because you just mentioned a rusty trombone?
Oh my god, stop it.
Sorry, I just got a lot of voices in my head. We're talking about some very rude things. Okay, so I'll make it quick. So I also used to work with the Gatecrashers, and there's a person who we work for who got really angry about not being treated correctly, and, well, they put on a really scary mask, and, I mean...
Is
they
it
want to cause
sort of metal? I project an image of the metal mask that I've seen in my visions.
Can you cut the mental link, or was that enforced?
No, I think once it's up, it's up.
Well, you were willing, so...
She physically screams, and they're like, what is happening?
Oh,
She's like, I caught my
dropped
finger.
the mask. I start thinking of pretty things like flowers in cages.
The fuck is wrong with you?
So why do you want to casual beauty? Okay, you start sending images of beautiful flowers just trapped. Okay, no. Okay, so like they want to call us like the broken keys as we sort of like clear up the mess that was made before. But then we had an issue that we basically a gatecrasher arrived here and.
I know I said more words, but I take it back. Could you be more succinct?
Okay, Gatecrasher come, break machine, can't go home, Gatecrasher corrupted ×2, Gatecrasher now gone.
Which Gatecrasher?
Metal.
Oh yes, Burma's Gatecrasher. It would be helpful if they had names. It's really...
They do have names, but then they get really grumpy when you call them by that name.
Yes. Right, so your fellow companions, what are their weaknesses, please? I need lists.
Well, I mean, Unstagen's a dragon. Not just because it rhymes.
Yes. Her weakness is me, that's fine.
Okay. And Newlin is an
Which one's
asshole.
Newlin? Oh,
Newlin's-
yeah, okay, no, understood.
I'm going to need spellings, Tom. I'm going to need spellings.
A-R-S-E.
No, A-N-S-T-A-G-I-N.
Mm-hmm.
That, and then L-L-N... let me start again. N-U-L-L-A-N.
Mm-hmm.
What is wrong with you? N-E-W-L-Y-N, clearly.
Nope. N-U-L-L-A-N.
Sean, I also have given you all 3 names of Gatecrashers, which I will give to you again when we go into the break, so you can solve my really good anagram.
Let's solve it now.
They're a brother called New Metal.
Rock and roll. He's an asshole.
Is that a weakness?
Well, he's overconfident.
Is that a weakness?
Yeah.
Yes, because he likes hitting things with rapier and showing off, and well, he got overconfident fighting Gatecrasher, and then half of his face is burnt now. So, also, I don't have weaknesses. I'm really strong and scary. Well, actually, no, my thing is I could turn you into porcelain, but I don't want to do that. Please take me with you. Also.
Do you turn metal people into porcelain? Because that's rather intriguing. Can you control it? I mean, I could be porcelain instead of metal.
Interesting. Fascinating.
I sense a new research project when we get out of this mess.
Absolutely.
Maybe we just find a different Warforged to start on.
Wow, we had an ally.
I do love science.
Oh, good, we have an ally.
Okay.
Great. Well, let me just feed that back to the team and don't give us away.
Okay.
And in the fight, just don't engage with any of my party, please.
Okay. I'll go hide. Hopefully the bear won't eat me.
I'm sure we can stop the bear from eating you.
You see her looking at the remains. It was like, actually, technically, that was your friend rather than the bear. But okay, good.
Well,
good
I can definitely stop Alba from eating you. Probably.
Thank you. You get the real sense that is one of our high fears at the moment.
Okay,
that Alba
I will
eat her.
end the connection and head back into the hut to the queue of people, my adoring fans, waiting to speak with. Sorry, team.
I presume that my conversation with Hemlock's happened.
Yes,
it's probably a lot more succinct. Actually, it's probably finished by this point.
As the the camera speeds back like 10 minutes. Have your conversation.
Too far. Back. Yeah.
Look, walks in and just sort of flops next to you, still holding on to his axe.
You fight well, my friend. You have my respect.
He's still staring out, sort of, instead of like talking directly at you, he's like looking towards the enemy, but sort of sat with you and just sort of...
be some bad blood there, I know about that.
I'm willing to allow the other two to move on, but that ratty elf is mine.
Yeah. I'll stand by your side and make sure you get the opportunity. Not that you need the help. Listen, I wanted to talk to you because there's a lot of people seem to want this key that you have. And I'm not one of them. I just want to... Well, if I can get back to my people, great. And if not, on to the next adventure. But I do have a spell that might provide an extra layer of security should it be taken from us. So I was just wondering, can I see the key?
Now, because any other time, Hemlock isn't really one to look into things, but simply because it's got to do with the key, he will attempt to see your intentions with this.
I fail it. It's absolutely genuine. The intention is to add an extra layer of safeguarding.
That's such a waste of a natural 20, because you said it after I'd already rolled it. But
hey,
fantastic.
David, give him something extra. For a nat 20, just give him a little secret.
You also understand that Alba doesn't like his uncle much because he was driven into joining the Arcani as a family tradition, but he would much rather have been a bard.
We can return to that in our next session.
as you write it in your notebook.
Well, if you can do it without her knowing, that'd be best, but it's actually been stored. Sort of looks around, covers his mouth.
Can't even see him.
He knows he can't hear them, but he doesn't know if they can read lips.
Can't see him, mate. It's epic.
Hemlock doesn't know that.
He's not that smart.
No, yeah, good point.
Hemlock can see out, so they can see him.
It's inside. It's inside Murta.
Hey.
Cheeky little bait and switch.
How is that even? Do you know what? Doesn't matter.
Listen here, son. I made my way through this war with this watch.
It's your father's watch.
I also just love cheeky little bait and switch. You don't know this about me, but I'm a little bit cheeky sometimes.
I've never
a scamp.
I've never wondered where Warforged come from. Perhaps that knowledge is even too much for me. Well,
made.
I guess I'll I don't exist on my world, Chris.
I'm
in my mind. Chris, I'll speak to Martha then. I mean, Martha's a friend. I'm sure she'll see the benefits of an extra layer of security, especially if I lay the power in her hands, so to speak. And I am giving her something to mount, so that's already a gesture of goodwill.
Well, my
see everyone? Murta's a friend.
my priority will always fall back to the key.
Of course.
But I've never felt particularly strong emotion before, even happiness, to be honest. I'm a simple guy. I like simple thoughts. But I'm really angry, and I watched you do what you did, and I'd like to join you doing that.
It takes a
This
toll.
is the RPG Splinter. It's like, oh dear, Dark Side Hemlock. Oh god.
It takes a toll on your soul that can never be undone, my friend. In times of desperation, we may be driven to desperate acts, but be careful that it doesn't change you. It's one thing to stare into the abyss. It's quite another to have the abyss stare back.
Well, little known secret, but I've lost everything already. So a little bit of the soul stretches himself off. Doesn't seem so bad right now.
I walk in at that point exactly.
You hear me saying, if it's what you want, my friend, I stand at your side. We've stood together in battle. That's a bond beyond any other.
I'm not going to invade the conversation. I'm going to sit down in the corner. I've just finished talking to them.
I'll go for like the warrior hand on the shoulder and just the deep stare into the eyes to try and find an understanding.
Beautiful.
An understanding, that's just strong hope from Hemlock, but you get the warriors. Respect. It's not right.
Our boy's corrupted, and he didn't even touch any mud. Bernard, there's not many people to talk to, but anything you want to do before you have a nap?
I mean, first thing I was just going to say, I don't know if I'm just as hungry as Bernard, but when you said bait and switch, I thought you said a cheeky little bacon sandwich.
I probably have one of those inside me as well. Always good to keep a snack on hand just in case someone gets hungry.
I missed my chance with those fellow hogs, you know. So I was talking to our lad Hemlock actually earlier, and he just said, he said that you're looking after his key. I'm not speaking too loud, am I?
How loud did you say that?
Okay, assume that I am never. Bernard is not stupid. Bernard, will not be ever talking too loud. It's just that I can't do this voice.
I spend too much time on stage not to rock.
Shh! Don't say it. Don't say it. Shh.
I think that he might appreciate it if you were to just, assuage his fears and show him at some point just, that it's still in your possession. I was a bit worried about what happened.
I'm going to insight check Bernard. What are you doing, Sean?
Bernard literally just wants Myrta to say, just to show Hemlock and just kind of be open about what she's got on her.
I rolled a 15. It was given to me by the person you're talking about, so I don't see why they would have concerns now.
I don't think.
What would I have done with it?
Not so much deliberately. Just it was a bit concerned. So just wants to make sure that you've not misplaced it.
How could I possibly have misplaced it?
I don't know exactly. I mean, Katie had this little hatch, but the door kind of swings open sometimes. So
my door never swings open. Your gatey must have been malfunctioning.
That's good to know. See, I heard you saying that you're definitely going to survive this. You're a survivor, yeah?
It's been 2,000 years, friend.
It's good to know. Bernard just chews his fingernail and goes to give you it. If we don't come back from this fight, you bring me back, right?
Could I at least have something that's less gross than a fingernail? Maybe just a piece of hair, or...
I don't have any hair. If you've got some way of storing fire, I can give you some fire.
Tom, do I have a magical vial that can potentially store fire inside me?
I remember right in the first episode I said you took things that you liked, and I think Myrta would gather tchotchkes. Yeah, I think you would have a vial that...
Right, let me just... I'll get one of... We have to go inside the hut first.
Sure.
Inside the hut, where it's opaque outside. I will stand against one of the walls so no one can see what I'm doing.
I am going to insight because I want to know.
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as you enter, I would try and start a conversation.
I can talk hand rummage, fear not.
Do not talk to a lady when she's opening her hatch.
I rolled a 17 on deception. I'm gonna open the hatch, which is somewhere indeterminate on my body. You don't know. And then I'm going to rummage around till I find the key. Just be like, Hemlock, look, I still have the key. Oh, it's gone away again.
It's canonically established that Murta is creaky, so I would want a stealth roll to see if the hatch creaks.
I mean, how often does that open?
I am not calling for a roll. I'm not that person.
It was a 16, so it does not creak because I oiled it earlier.
Yeah.
There you go, Hemlock. I still have it. No fears. I'll just tuck it back in. Right, all good, Bernard.
Right, so you got your vial.
Oh yes, that's right. Vial. I'll get out my vial, and I'm just gonna collect some hair from one of Bernard's underarms in the vial.
Vial bodies.
You do. There's a little bit of oil in it. It's magic. It's sort of I mean, it's not gonna give a lot of light off, but if you were in darkness, you might be able to see a little bit by it. It's like a reading light. It's that kind of amount of
So it's reading on.
I guess I have this now forever. So back inside it goes.
Right, if I don't make it out, I expect you to find someone who can revivify me from that. Eh?
Yes, of course, absolutely.
I'm trusting you.
I'm extremely trustworthy.
Good.
Anyone else want to write the last will and testament?
That's not how this spell works.
Technically, I think you're talking about resurrection, or the one where you come back as maybe something different. So maybe not a fire genasi, but maybe like a...
I mean, alive is a start. What? Alive, and then I can work on the rest.
Right, okay. Sorry, Alba, you were saying? Before Bernard required his arm hair collecting.
Oh, I was just thinking... Wait. So, we're secure in here, I believe.
Yes, you want to look at the key, don't you?
Well, technically, I'm happy for you to have the key. I just want to add an extra layer of security in case.
Yes, I know. I saw it last night. Here you go. There it is.
Thank you.
The Medusa is very happy to help us, by the way, as long as no one shows her any scary metal masks.
I begin casting a spell, which will be done in 11 minutes.
Don't look in her eyes, though, because she does turn people into porcelain. Unless you want to be porcelain, in which case, do look in her eyes.
So the only two people who are a problem are your dragon friend and the elf.
And there's a third one, isn't
there? The elf. Complained about this earlier. And the other guy.
If all possible, I'd quite like the elf to...
Okay.
Not be saved.
Yeah, she says he's an arsehole, and his weakness is that he's overconfident. Which I personally don't feel is a weakness, but...
Doesn't sound like one to me.
I'm great.
I've been thinking, and I think I might be able to save your dragon friend.
Oh, good. I would like that if possible. She has been very good to me. Mm-hmm. She's a little bit sycophantic, but aren't we all at times?
I don't know what that word means, but yeah.
It means you're tired of having orange shade.
Okay.
No?
Yeah, that makes sense.
You're sycophantic.
No. Usually what it means is that they follow you around. They're very interested in you. Bernard probably has some sycophantic fans.
Oh, that's G.
You met one first episode.
It's
still expecting you to drink her beer. She went to get you a drink, and you never... Yeah, the halfling who was... take care of the box.
Presumably she evacuated with everyone else, Tom. She didn't just stand there.
Oh, you hope so. You hope so.
Don't bring that up now.
Anyway, yeah, for the I think I can make it work. If I manage to affect your Gatecrasher, then I need us all to stop fighting when I shout stop fighting.
But I won't cast the Berserker spell.
I won't be fighting in the first place.
Is everyone okay with that, though, if I draw halt to proceedings while I try and clear their mind?
If you can end it.
Okay.
Well, I do think Hemlock has a particular vendetta, but it's not against that individual.
I ain't got no problems with dragons.
I think if I can clear the dragon, then the Medusa's already on side, and Was Naylan also yellow-eyed and affected by this?
No. I mean, and the Medusa, no. I mean, I suppose Myrta would have the idea that she didn't start barking or threatening, so seemingly she's clear-minded.
Well, that means that the only person who is here out of choice who wants this to happen because it's not something stuck in their mind, it's that person. So, I mean, I don't like killing, but they don't seem like a nice person. So, Hemlock, if you want to go to town, I don't have any problem with that myself. But let's see if we can save this Murder's Gatecrasher friend. I don't want to kill if we don't have to.
I agree.
Okay. So, a plan is made for possible redemption. And I will now safely say you may all now long rest here in this grove of eternal dusk.
Interesting.
And at which point...
Just quickly, Tommy, the spell that I cast is Draw Mage Instant Summons. When it pops off, I take out the sapphire and hand it and the key to Myrta. Say, if it ever gets lost, crush the sapphire, say key, and it'll either come to you from whatever plane it's on, or you'll know exactly where it is. I mean, you probably know anyway, but it's all I can do to help.
Oh, that's incredibly useful. Thank you, dear Alba.
I had another thought. I've got a spell that can make you impervious to any kind of magical effect. It would mean that you can't cast spells out of it either, but if there's any worry about, like, they're coming to take the key off me, then I can always try that as well if that's a problem.
If they do want to take the key off me, first they'd have to catch me.
Okay.
Then they'd have to get inside me. And I'm very good at preventing both of those.
Okay.
I do appreciate the thought. However, I think I'm probably more useful to you if I can cast spells. Yeah. Really, without my magic, I am, well, just...
Well, when I'm doing the thing to hopefully make them be enchanted, then maybe we can use that thing we do to make people fail their rolls.
Definitely. And I know that some clerics occasionally have spells that make it harder for people to be repossessed, which maybe...
That is what I'm thinking.
Maybe would be worth considering.
Yep, that is what I'm thinking.
But please do bear in mind that although I look like I am a very hefty suit of armor, it's incredibly rusty in here. It breaks very quickly.
Oh, okay. I see. Sorry, I did not get that.
And on that, old woman
one last thing,
completely...
It'll take 5 seconds.
Yeah, go on, David.
Alba would like to wake up 10 minutes before everyone else, if at all possible. I know Myrta doesn't sleep, but I just want to... Cool. There's another little ritual thing I want to cast in the morning, whatever it is.
I mean, this is the interesting thing. It's always dusk here, so it's not like you can use daylight. But... sort of like, I think you wake up a bit earlier and then you're like, okay, now's the time I get up and do it. Yeah. Time's a bit weird here, but yeah, no, that's fair. So, yes, as the party settles down for an evening snooze, this is where we're going to go to our break. And for those of you who do like the anagram, we've learnt the name of 3 of the Gatecrashers. There's Soma, which is S-O-M-A, who is the pig folk who we discovered had their head ripped off. Anstagin, A-N-S-T-A-G-I-N, who is currently sitting about 120 feet that way, enjoying a very scandalous novel. And Nerith, N-A-I-R-T-H, who was banished to a plane and... hopefully is fine, but it's still corrupted. So
yeah, not our best move.
Not the best move. You've made things worse for another plane, but that's another plane's problem, and that's for Crash and Burn too.
Tom,
anyway,
can I ask a question about my visions for the break?
Yes.
Could you just give me an idea of if it might go well if I try to say magically possess the dickhead? by moving my soul into his, which is something that I could potentially do. Just you think about that while we're breaking.
I'll have a think about that.
Yeah.
I think it will work for you.
Wow.
And honestly, isn't that not what Murta cares about the most?
Is he pretty?
Yes.
Great. Good.
Well,
I'll
yes.
bear that in mind.
Noted. And with that terrifying but kind of exciting thought, we'll see you in 5 to 10. Take care, y'all.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Hero Forge. Hero Forge offers fully customizable tabletop minis with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. You can see all of the minis that we designed for this stream in the overlay, and they animate when we enter the combat, so look out for that. Hero Forge are fantastic, so do check out the Pro membership where you can get premium access to features ahead of time, and beta access to things, and all sorts of cool stuff that just makes your life a lot easier. And you can check them out at heroforge.com.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Ultra Pro. They make accessories for D&D, Magic the Gathering, and more. My favourite part of the collection are their figurines of adorable power. Here is their gazer. They also make other things such as deck boxes if you play Magic the Gathering. You can find all of Ultra Pro stuff at ultrapro.com.
Hey friends, check out our new sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for a carefully curated menagerie of click-clack math rocks for your delectation. Check out their entire selection at phoenixdice.com, and just so you know, Phoenix Dice are all about living gloriously in the worlds of tabletop games and sustainably in this one, which means their dice are working to be recycled, their packaging is recycled, the dice are made of sustainable materials. It's all great stuff. You should definitely get involved. You can also join us today in chat with a chance to be in a raffle and win some Phoenix Dice of your own. Just put !dice into chat and you'll be in with a chance to win.
We are proud to be sponsored by Alchemy RPG. Reimagine your gaming experience with Alchemy. They're focused on creating immersive, cinematic experiences everywhere you interact with tabletop role-playing games. You could be playing a game, creating a world, streaming, watching live games, discovering new content. Look at all the cool stuff that they are doing there. You can use environmental motion art, scene-based music, seamless character management to run your games over the internet, with upcoming features including homebrew content, streaming overlays, and spectator mode. So go and check out alchemyrpg.com.
We're delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings together D&D characters from novels, adventures, and multiple live streams into a single grand adventure. Select your heroes and formation and battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, phone, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. You can pop exclamation code into chat for a free Electrum test.
We are also supported by Warriors of Waterdeep. Take your team of warriors on a quest spanning the Forgotten Realms, all on your mobile. Power up your teams with items, work with your guild to defeat hordes of enemies, and test your mettle in the arena. And to make all of that work, you need gems! As we frequently say, the hunt for gems is real. Pop !WOW gems into chat for a link to collect free gems and get yourself that nice sword you've been looking at, or revive your heroes against a deadly foe. Download link !Warriors of Waterdeep in chat.
We're delighted to be supported by Neverwinter. In Neverwinter, explore and defend one of the most beautiful cities from Dungeons & Dragons' Forgotten Realms campaign setting as it rises from the ashes of destruction. Epic stories, action combat, and classic role-playing await those heroes courageous enough to enter the fantastic world of Neverwinter. Neverwinter is completely free to play, so set yourself up an account today and pop !NW gift into chat for a link to a free gift.
Check out our wonderful supporters Elderwood Academy, who make beautiful bespoke gaming-themed gear, including hex chest dice boxes, spellbook deck boxes disguised as bespoke ancient arcane tomes, and scroll and codex dice tower and rolling tray pairings. Make your own with their online designer at elderwoodacademy.com.
Check out our supporters at D&D Beyond, your guide to digital D&D. Make character sheets online, share them in a campaign, and track all of those tasty little stats in one easy place. You can use the Beyond app to track your characters on the go. You can also use their encounter tracker and archive monsters to run any smooth combat thing. You know what I'm saying. You're a DM. You've done this before. You know D&D Beyond is the place to go. You can also check out our character sheets and an ! Characters in Twitch chat below.
And welcome back. As we said, the final part. Boo! I'm sad. I also assume, Sean, you didn't have time to try and solve my fiendish anagram.
I'm afraid not. I was eating. That's why I was angling for it during the game, because I was
yeah.
I'm going to have to eat things.
That's fine. Don't worry. I might tell you on Talk Together. See if that roll 21. What was that anagram? Okay. So we are in the final stages. We are in a twilight grove. Quiet, the genus loci / god, has offered the laws of hospitality unto not only the party but also the baddies, and so
it's just rude.
It's also very polite. It's that weird thing of like yelling sanctuary.
I rolled my divination dice, and I'm telling you, Tom, I'm very excited.
I'm looking forward to this. All right. As we said, the baddies are 1 Gatecrasher / dragon, corrupted, 1 elf, arsehole, 1 Medusa, scared, and a mechanical device, which has been fiddled with pretty much throughout the evening. The party have had a long rest. Various plans are being made. Yes, I think, Alba, you said you wanted to get up 10 minutes before everyone else.
Yes. I'm making Murta's mount. Shadow Steed as a Phantom Steed as a ritual. I've just rolled for what it is. It is a metallic unicorn.
Yes, unicorn.
Yes.
Well,
crafted
horse with a horn.
Yeah, a horny horse. It's crafted to sort of color match, with eyes that are just sort of similarly red.
Bulbous and red.
Yeah.
Yes.
Extra
those of you
light, son.
who've been sleeping have just seen the red glowing eyes in the darkness.
Oh, it's excellent, Albert. It wonderful.
I thought you might like to get around quickly, so...
Do you think it makes me look slightly evil?
It's a grey area.
No.
Right. Will it come with me if I teleport?
I don't know.
Don't think so.
One way to find out.
Depends on how...
It's not the horse, Tom.
No.
It has a speed of 100 feet and can travel 10 miles in an hour or 13 miles at a fast pace.
Yeah.
And when the spell ends, it will gradually fade, giving you a minute to dismount. The spell ends if I use an action to dismiss
I might need a minute to dismount. I'm quite stiff.
I think the idea is that it fades away as you sort of land on your feet, and it's not like there's no
struggling to get off.
If it takes damage, the spell ends, so it's intended to sort of skirt the outside of combat.
Yeah,
interesting. Do you want to get on this unicorn, Mercer?
The unicorn was specifically made for me.
Are you mounting it now?
It's not just a horse; it's a special horse. It's a horse with a horn.
I mean, it's not the best horse in all the universe, but it's a pretty good horse. But
yeah, if you want to steer it, you grab it by the horn and just pull it in the direction that you want it to go.
Doesn't backtalk quite as much as the best horse in the universe.
No.
I'm waiting for this moment. You can't deny him.
Less of an attitude than the best horse in the universe.
I will. I maybe wait for Hemlock to wake up, and then be like, Hemlock, dear, would you mind terribly assisting me in climbing onto this wonderful horse that Alba has made for me?
It's the best large quasi-real horse-like creature in the universe.
Now that we cannot fault.
I struggle to get a leg over these days.
I'm also just going to point out, Hemlock, do you usually remember your dreams?
He's really uncomplicated. He's just like, what I really enjoyed about, like, he doesn't particularly feel happy or sad or angry. He's just
present.
So I don't know. Even if he does remember his dreams I've always forgotten.
You
like,
had
even intentionally forgotten. Like,
again, as you're sort of flushing the memory, you had a nice dream. You dreamt of home. You know, just sort of like that. Just that sort of internal feeling of just.
Are you giving Hemlock PTSD?
Oh, I'm not giving Hemlock anything. I'm just saying what's already in Hemlock.
Oh dear.
Damage. A lot of damage.
Emotional damage, yes. Everyone's happy. Everything's fine. You've got the quasi-best horse in the universe here.
We'd also say if anyone wants to be turned into anything before we go into combat, that's
Hey, Albert,
fine.
it's always polite to ask. You know, before the hut drops, anyone want to be turned into anything? Anything else you want to prepare?
Are we fighting?
Yeah, Hemlock will use his shield on his knee and use that as a foot up for you.
Oh, excellent, thank you. Tom, I do remember my dreams. Did I receive any snippets?
Oh, that's the thing. Did you? That's the so
Yeah,
Murta. When
some
Murta's okay, yes, actually, you.
Don't tell everyone else.
Yeah.
How
okay.
will I surprise them if they know?
I tell you what, everyone talk among yourselves. Just happen to have your phone open.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to ruin everything for everyone else. God, I love this character.
Do we think we're going straight out of this, like we're running out and starting to attack? Like that's the thing that we're doing. Like
I'm on a horse, so
I'm on a horse. Okay, so
look at me,
again.
not at the horse. Look at me.
Look at me. Look at the horse. Look at me.
Are we suggesting that it might be a good idea to cast any defensive spells that we have?
Do it now, Dave. Quick.
In order to make sure that they have maximum utility in the fight to come.
I do have something I wouldn't mind doing, actually.
Just say when we're getting ready, and I'll queue up the business.
Yeah.
Hemlock's going to sort of, for the first time, look slightly sheepish, and he's going to sort of come over. Now, I know we've not only known each other, well, a day.
Bless your soul.
I'm so sorry, I'm allergic to horses.
Technically, it's a horse-like creature.
You a heart from a horse previously.
You did not even skip a beat.
So you're allergic to quasi-real horses, but not real horses?
Yes. You're faux horses that you can't ride. Faux horses.
You can ride a faux horse, just you'll sneeze.
This will be a lot of sneezing.
Anyway, we're having a moment. Go on.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
But we're about to go into something, and there is something I can do. It is a rite through the Gatecrasher, where we create a connection that could serve this battle, and it does kind of end up creating a little bit of a tie, let's call it, for the future. But in the context of right now, I'm sure we could figure out the rest later. It'd be very helpful. We just need another.
Yeah, I was about to do some similar stuff, but you go for it.
How would you feel? I mean, Bernard, would you witness, please?
Of course, I'm watching.
And Hemlock will take a knee in front of Hunk.
Are you marrying Hunk?
No, it's a warding bond, clearly.
Would you bind with me in a ceremony of bond?
I'll have a little moment of like, yeah.
If you could get abide with me, just play quietly. And we change it to abide with me. Carry on.
Bernard's going to start playing a metal riff of the wedding march.
Oh.
I will accompany you on the bagpipes.
You can see, like, Hemlock went from this being, like, almost purely, what's the word? Like...
Business-like, sort of.
business to very, very quickly kind of like, how does a Minotaur blush? How does it work?
Yes, because I am.
And it brings out your freckles. It's very sweet.
Very quickly realizing what he's sort of pushed in. And then he will basically take Hunk's hand if they accept. And the nebula that you see before basically encompasses Hunk and Hemlock. And you're almost struggling to see Hunk and Hemlock at this point because the nebula is just getting like thicker and thicker and thicker and stronger and stronger and stronger. A circle of like mini nebula clouds begins to circle around them, and then they disappear. The ceremony will begin. And then it's instantaneous. Very handy. Poof.
Did you?
A nebula. Yeah, it's actually like a ring of glittering nebula light sits on both Hemlock and Hunk's hands. We both have the bonus of +2 to our ACs for the next 7 days.
Oh, I see.
It's official. You've read leaves fall down on the hut like confetti. It's like it's somehow like the Grove knows that true love is what brings us here today.
Are you still kneeling?
He stood next, like in front of you.
Then I will kneel in front of you as well. Take your hand and cast an emboldening bond amongst you, me, people who can... Alba and Bernard.
Rude, that's the second time that you haven't included me in it.
Nay.
Will you teleport to someone else to take damage?
Will someone be able to teleport to me when I take damage?
You're on a horse.
I have the most important item in the game.
I've made my choice.
Dude, we should be having words post-stream.
Oh no.
I would take damage together, Murta.
You got married, you wouldn't then clue me in.
But yes, I will emboldening bond everyone back and try and it's not replicating what you did at all. It's more of a, you did your thing for me, now I will do my thing for you. And yes.
Murta, if you need to conserve your power for yourself, I completely understand. But if you would be able to lend me a fraction and cast the spell on me that you did before.
Oh yes, the coffee morning spell. Yes. I'll just like with one finger, I'll touch Alba's shoulder and cast haste. Sorry, David's on this side of me. So he's probably not there on the overlay.
No.
Alba follows up with mirror image, blade song, greater invisibility, blink.
Oh, definitely doing this.
Okay.
If things go really badly, everyone could just gather around me. I'll try and open us a new portal and we'll go somewhere else.
That's like a last ditch thing, right?
As a last ditch.
Okay.
If you're all dying.
If you become incapacitated, I will turn myself into a giant bird and carry you to safety.
Oh, well, that's rather exciting. I don't wish to alarm anyone, but I have had terrible visions overnight. So if you could all just distract them from me, I would really appreciate that.
You got it.
Of course.
My visions always come true. Apart from this time, I hope they don't.
To battle and victory.
To death and glory. Bernard's just going to cast Flame Blade, and it's basically just his fire just elongates into.
Please tell me you take your sword, put it in your head, and just draw it across your mohawk. Oh,
nice.
As we exit to approach the baddies, because obviously I'm all about style, I'm going to cast Pyrotechnics right in front of their faces.
Nice. And Hunk, if it goes wrong with the dragon, you let us know, okay?
You got it.
I hope it works.
Me too.
If I get the chance to capture the soul of the evil cackly one, would anyone be upset?
No.
No? Good.
Sounds cool.
We appreciate that you asked.
I promise at some point I will play a character who's not obsessed with souls. Today is not that day.
Hank doesn't know what that means.
Hank became a vampire.
Branches of magic. It's the advantages of having lived several lifetimes, I would imagine. But
Oh yes, I know many spells. Many spells.
I feel like I've barely touched the surface of what magic can do. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted.
You
intellect off, combat on.
You exit.
It goes better if you keep your intellect on.
Oh, for God's sake.
You exit.
Sorry.
Hey,
Sit.
intellect could save you. That's probably why you would be a great general, Alba, but keep thinking. You exit the hut. The hut sort of vanishes. Quiet is sitting now on the back of Cordelia, the unicorn, and is sort of, I said, like, the mud stains are still there, but they're much better than they were when you know. Antimachus is also just sort of standing, observing, looking very unhappy, you know, because of everything happened. And sort of, as you walk out, sort of gives a very sort of noble bow to you all, and sort of like, if you require assistance, please let us know. And quite sort of like pretends like you're not gonna fight my champion. And he's, again, looks very unhappy about this. Again, you get this feeling that there is the conflict between the two sides of this deity, where it's like, yeah, okay, I'm going to help, but I'm also going to help them. Balance. It almost looks like our villains have just been sitting there all night, you know, in the dusk. Dottie, the Medusa, sort of like, is very intentionally not looking at Myrta. Oh, she's not subtle, but Newland sort of steps forward, Gatecrasher staying by the Medusa and the machine, and walks over and is like, well, here we go then. Any final words? No?
Can I cut him off by making a firework just explode into space?
Sure.
Cool.
Okay.
Do that. Constitution saving throws for everyone.
Everyone?
Everyone within 10. Everyone within 10 feet, not us. Like, I would do this before we were within the range.
You just
not an idiot.
You just blast.
You just wait till we're within earshot and this it. Nope.
It's a free.
That's not going to beat my DC.
He's blinded, I think.
Blinded till the end of my next turn.
That's such a good start.
Any last words?
Just to roll initiative, Tom.
Yes, but as he does, he just screams, "Start it!"
I feel like that would be the perfect point for like heavy rock to start. Just like do.
Right. Let's see. Everyone.
I got a good roll as well for once.
That's balanced out by David's.
Yeah, my roll in the last combat was a nat 20, so
like 24 or something.
let's.
I've got a 6.
My creature of extremes.
Okay,
yeah, me too.
6 for Hunk.
Alba definitely goes before me.
6 for Alba.
Albert?
18.
Alba.
Albert.
Bernard.
Mine was a 14.
And
That's realism.
And
creeping up on your AC, Albert.
I am exactly average. I rolled an 11.
I really wanted your shield of faith, but hey.
I was going to, but then I decided if I'm going to ceremony myself, I might as well just stack it on top.
Totally.
Working AC of 25. Let's see what we can do with that.
We start with Hemlock.
Yes, please.
Okay, so you are probably, you said within 10 feet, so let's say 30 feet. And they, the other two are about 20 feet over by the machine.
Now.
Rage against the machine.
Well, we all know who he's going after, let's be honest. And that's who I'm going to stay with. So let's just... I'm not going to dash, so I'm not going to go and rush it, but I'm just going to go in and he's just spinning the axe, running the entire time. He's just going to go in and then just cleave straight up to the face. See what we can do. That's a 26 to hit.
That is going to hit. Sorry. No, this was me
God,
just
the way
going...
you worded that, I was like, what's he going to say? That is just their AC? Like, fuck's sake.
It was me sort of... Okay, it was me seeing what skills I'd given this guy. I was just like, yeah, you know, so like, I mean, yes, it's like evasion. It's not a dexterity roll, my friend. Yeah, 26 to hit. Go ahead.
So let's start off easy. We've got 10 damage on the battle axe.
Nice.
And then we have my N8 radiant. 2 on the radiant damage. And then let's start smiting, shall we?
Smite.
A 3rd level smite, please.
3rd level smite. Do your smite. Smite.
Smite. Paladin.
Instead of working it out, Emma, how many is 3rd?
Depends if he's a fiend or undead.
I made my. I just made them as auto rolls on D&D Beyond, so I don't have to remember.
It's 4 or 5, depending on whether he's a fiend or undead.
No, it would be 2 plus 3, I think, so 5, and then 6.
It's 1d8 plus the spell level, unless you are rolling as fiend or undead.
You start with 2, I think.
No, you start with 1. You had this problem last time. It's because last time you played Prosperous, you were 20th level.
Top 40. That was a bit disappointing. And 12 radiant damage on top.
So 24 totes.
Cool.
And let's try again. With a 30.
Jesus Christ.
Hemlock does not like
Hemlock.
this guy.
I just realised, and Tom, if he's blinded, attack rolls are made with advantage.
I'll just roll just in case it's a crit.
It's 2d8, but then plus 1 for each spell level higher than first. So it is 4, 3. What? And then extra 1 for undead or fiends. And if you're level 11, you probably have improved Divine Smite.
He added that on already.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I did that. I do that as just on its base roll. So we've got 15 slashing damage.
15 slash.
We've got a base. Add an extra 1 radiant damage on top. And then I don't. It's not particularly sound tactically, but I don't actually think Hemlock's going to hold back until this guy's down. So
Yeah, this
another
is
3rd
nemesis. Yeah.
11 radiant damage. Rolling crap on the
27.
You can keep long smites in there, can't you? If you wanted.
I mean, you've done 51 points of damage in 1 round. I wouldn't knock it. That's
to be
great.
sniffed at.
and maybe.
And you still have
That's hammering. Now, question. I don't think it's true because I don't think Sentinel kicks in if it's forced.
It's not.
But so if I shoved it 10 foot, I couldn't then go with my Sentinel. Worth a try. Oh well. That is everything for now. Thank you very much.
Very nice. A good
McCrunch.
Speaking of, it is now Newland's turn. Newland, who looks very annoyed, and there is more characters with blood on their face, and just sort of lifts up, flips something over, and turns invisible.
Counter spell.
It's an item.
So irritating.
I mean, he can't see.
Cast some bloody spells.
He can't see, but he can he can run. And also, he's got a vague understanding of where to go. You know,
Fury, Tom, will he be visible in the ethereal plane?
What an interesting question.
I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Yes.
Over there, everyone!
Really annoying.
Technically, I can also see into the ethereal plane.
I was going
this long rest, this short rest.
This was the thing. This was like I was going to ask if Murta had kept the
I've
the
specifically chosen the ethereal plane in case Alba casts Blink, so that I'll be able to see where he is.
Perfect. You can't keep an eye on Alva.
It was more so that if I didn't get a chance to cast Haste, I wouldn't be like stymied by
Scuppered.
Blink.
Stymied, that's it.
Stymied or scuppered, they're both fine.
Yeah. I'd say give that as an action. Going. Okay, so Albert, you can't. This is the thing. When you go into the ethereal plane, you can see. You can't see the ethereal plane at the moment. Yeah. Murta, you can see that this guy stumbling over himself gets over to the device and starts sort of blinding.
Does he move away from me?
Can't see him, mate. You can't see him.
You can't see
Does
him.
that not still trigger your attack?
No, you can't. If you can't see them, you can't do it.
That's really annoying.
Yep.
Yeah. So. Yes, he's staggering back to the machine and blindly trying to get something working.
Okay.
This is where Dispel Magic would be useful if it wouldn't destroy the world.
Did you say me?
I did, my friend.
So I'm kicking myself that I didn't get more buffs up while we were doing it. It didn't occur to me to do it. I'm going to use my action to see invisibility.
Fuck you.
I don't fucking think so.
That's their special ability. We don't care.
So yeah, I'm using my action to cast a spell, but I can now see where he is. It's not concentration, so my flame blade is still out.
The only person who can't see where he is him.
I have no idea where he is.
It was a joke. It was a joke because he's got a hood on that means he can't see. Like when
it was a good to everyone. Anyway, yeah, okay. So now you can see this guy is
flailing,
basically.
And so I will go over to where he is. Basically, going to stand right next to him so that he can't get away again. But then I've only got a bonus action left, and I cannot rage while I'm concentrating on my flame blade, which I'm just gonna. I'm keeping it at that just because if Murta's going to call a stop to the combat at some point, I don't believe that with a
I'm not stopping the combat. Hunk wants to.
Yeah, Hunk. Sorry. Yeah, I don't think with rage up Bernard necessarily would. So I'm not going to rage right now.
Cool.
Yeah, there's no point in me using any more roguish actions, so I think that is just me. I'm just going to stand menacingly next to him and just go, he's here. See him.
I see you, lad.
Oh, please say I see you. Please say I see you.
I see you.
Me too. Actually.
I'm going to put you in the ICU.
Hemlock, you don't feel a lot of emotions, but the return of that hideous little catchphrase of his thrown back in his face might make you feel slightly, yeah, you're gonna wreck this guy.
I'll keep pushing.
Just Gatecrasher goes, I can also see you. I'd just like to make that clear.
Inter-party snark.
Yeah. This is going to be fun. Poof, as the hat is removed and there's just growth. A gigantic crystalline dragon who just sort of like looks around and like, hello everyone. Let's have some fun. And just back on her hind legs, wings out and just screams. You're kind of brave, but this is a full adult dragon screaming. Can everyone make me a DC Wisdom, please?
No, because everybody's immune to fear when they're around.
Interesting. Interesting.
Level 11
You cannot be frightened.
Level 11.
Love it.
It's just a big lizard.
Absolutely. Okay. Just to and comes back down and is like,
why are you scared?
Actually, no, I'll say, to the advantage of the eyes flickering back to the original sort of purple for a lot longer and then back again and goes, yes, of course, that's why you got chosen to work with the Gatecrashers. And just sort of this head comes down to look at you, Hemlock, and goes, I'm going to eat you. as a bite just comes down upon you.
Numb.
Yes, as you get nommed.
No, you roll a natural 1.
Just as comes down to bite, and then just sort of.
Can he grab the
jaws?
No, jaws.
Yeah.
And Hemlock just says, I just got married. You should be congratulating me. And then just shoves it back.
She's usually much nicer than this.
Congratulations! Sorry. Congratulations on your wedding. And just sort of again, the confused dragon as one claw just comes swinging down at you. Does what does a 19 hit?
Nope.
Second claw comes swinging down at you.
Wait, she gets a weapon and 3 attacks?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. 2 attacks just sort of and she's like, I was reading a romance novel last night.
What can I say?
What can I say? I appreciate a good romance. And just sort of looks down at you and is like, yeah, didn't like that you put your hand in my mouth though. That's rude. Okay, that is.
You should really only do that with consent.
It looks like, yeah, Murta, you're right. Speaking of Murta, it's now your turn.
Okay.
I'm sorry, we just destroyed that dragon's turn. Absolutely. Between me and Emma, we just took everything from that dragon.
Could I please? Is there anyone else near the weird laughing man within 20 feet?
Yes.
Any enemies?
Well, are you counting Dottie the Medusa as an enemy?
No, but I would count the dragon as an enemy currently.
That's fair. So came forward. I said about 20 feet back. I mean, you could definitely hit the dragon. The dragon's ginormous,
as well as the
laughing man.
Because I can see him. I know where he is.
Yeah,
I see him.
I see you.
I'm going to cast Synaptic Static.
Nice.
On both of them. They need to roll me an intelligence saving throw.
Delightful. We shall start with Newland, who... Sorry, was it intelligence or...
It is intelligence.
Intelligence. Does he... No, he doesn't have advantage to that. It is a nat 20, though, for 25.
Silvery barbs. Roll again.
It is a 11.
Fail.
Do you want me to roll for the dragon as well while we're...
Yeah.
You can also melee attack with the horse, but I wouldn't advise it.
26.
Well, fine. There's nothing I can do about that anyway. And probably their intelligence saving throw mod is 25. Right. They take damage. Dragon takes half. The Elfie man.
Yes.
He has muddled thoughts currently.
Mm-hmm.
He rolls a d6 and subtracts the number rolled from all attack rolls and ability checks, as well as Constitution saving throws, to maintain concentration on spells.
Amazing.
We will sign up for static.
Same the dragon past.
Right. It's 20 damage, 10 for the dragon. And it is psychic.
20 psychic. 10 for the dragon. Cool.
Bernard doesn't have fairy fire. That's a missed trick.
I think I considered it.
Is that your turn?
What else do you want me to do, Tom?
Save everyone.
Run away 100 feet on the horse.
Yeah. The horse goes 100 feet.
I will go. I mean, I can cast Synaptic Static from 120 feet away, so
You've ridden round.
I will go as far away as I can go, Tom, on my beautiful horse with a horn. The horned horse.
As you ride majestically.
Since there's no point me being near any of these fuckers, since Hunk didn't cast his thing on me, so, you know,
Their
their thing. Sorry, Chris.
It's interesting when you break things down, you know, the little moments that would have created stuff. That if Newland had been able to pay attention, he probably wouldn't have hit the button that he hit, and he wouldn't have pulled it. Because suddenly, as he fumbles, the machine bursts into life, and like a silvery stream just bursts out and strikes Murta in the chest.
Why me? Does it not roll? Does it just happen, Tom?
It just happens because
it goes 100 feet.
Oh, it's connected. It knows exactly what it's looking for.
Oh, I see.
And Murta feels a tugging. Deep, you know, sort of like, and there's a
tugging deep within, Tom.
Yes.
Really?
Oh, yes. Also, hate to break it, people now know where your secret compartment is.
No, they only know where the key is within the secret compartment.
There you go. Can you?
It's down in my thigh currently.
it's got you in the thigh. You're like it's
slid down.
Okay.
Gone through a hole.
Hidden depths.
Murta, I gave you a vision, and this might, like the last part, might come to happen if you don't let this key out.
Not likely. Actually, I will let the key go, but I'm keeping the sapphire.
Oh, by all means. Do you open a secret compartment?
I just fumble with my leg and like open one window. It's not the only window.
No. And I would never take away all your secret compartments. As the key streams out and is dragged towards the machine and intersects. And it starts rumbling, and Newland's like, did it work? Did it happen? And Dottie's like, oh no, this is bad, this is real bad. And starts rumbling. It's like, is it working? And the dragon's like, oh, this is going to be fun. And kind of like tries to plant her feet, but doesn't quite, as it builds, and it builds, and it builds, and the air is filled with a sound. It sounds like a C note, and a colour starts filtering out. It's the colour. The way it's described is jet. So I guess that's just dark. That's dark, and you are all falling. You're just tumbling through the air, being dragged down. It's almost like the particles of travelling the planes connect you to this device, which is just... You see Dottie is just trying to switch it off, trying to get it working, and suddenly just crumph.
Featherfall.
That's by all means. You're not dropping from the sky. You are landing in an utterly bizarre place, a complete oddity. You know, sort of like you're watching as things are like. You see like a bird that turns into a brick that turns into a Euclidean shape that turns into like a fall of rain. For those of you who, I mean, you're all welcome to try and make some kind of intelligence check to work out where exactly you've been teleported to.
History?
Yes, by all means.
Religion?
Investigation?
Yes. I'm going to say DC 15.
No.
Well, I rolled a 3, but it's still a 16, so...
Okay, Murta has an idea. Anyone else?
No. It's flat roll. 10.
The emboldening bond doesn't apply to skill checks, does it?
Oh, you can let it apply to skill checks. You can do what you like with it.
Oh.
Once per turn, so... It's up to you what you use it for.
Yeah, in which case that is a 16. No, 17. Sorry, 13. Yes.
19 for me.
19. Okay, those of you who got that, know that this was told, if you can, within everything within your power, for goodness sake, stay out of limbo. Yeah, welcome to limbo. Meanwhile, Newland's like, I don't know what's happened, but I think this is good. And Dorothy's like, it's bad, it's really bad. Just, okay, everyone, she kind of breaks her cover.
Are we still in combat, Tom?
Yes, technically.
Okay, because that's been a very long round for one person.
Well, it's not a person, it's the machine. You got dragged, woof, and through.
Just because there's obviously the stuff that we could be doing.
Absolutely.
But if we're in turn order, then we need to wait for the other people to go.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy.
Whose turn is it?
It's going to be Alba.
No, as in, you were saying that the Medusa struggling with the box. Is that an action on her turn, or is that? That's
going to happen on her turn.
Gotcha. Okay.
But this is the turn of the machine, and that's what she's going to be doing. You sort of see it preparing. Okay, Alba, start me by rolling me a D100, please.
Limbo.
55.
55. Amazing. It's not the worst thing that could happen, but would you call yourself a proud man?
Very much so.
Yeah, because you've also got fine facial hair, don't you?
Hmm?
Not anymore, you don't. All your hair falls out.
All of his hair?
All your hair.
Suddenly I feel very close to Bernard.
It floats away and then turns into slugs, winged slugs that just take off and fly into space.
That is curious.
I'm sorry, I need to say it. Pube slugs. Sorry, I'm done.
Yes, pube slugs.
What makes you think Alba doesn't shave?
Well, if you didn't, you do now. I'm sorry, I had such a stressful day. I'm in such a weird mood.
That's absolutely fine. And I'm glad you're in the right mood for limbo. Alba, it is your turn.
Sure, I'm a little confused as to what I can actually do at this point. Are we in the same situation but in a different place?
Yes, you kind of have been transponded, boom, popped back down. There's a dragon, there's a panicking Medusa, there is a blinded elf who's just... again,
he got his sight back at the end of my turn, I think.
Yeah. Are we floating in midair, or is there sort of a chunk of rock we're all standing on?
At the moment, there's a chunk of rock.
Great.
It is made out of marshmallow and ham. So if you wanted your ham sandwich, now's a good time.
Now I know what it's like playing one of my own campaigns.
It's a weird combination of food groups. I would... the Medusas by the machine?
Yes.
So a free action first would be like, should I smash it or what?
Sort of look it up. No, because if you smash it, then there's absolutely no way of us getting home.
Grab the sapphire, get the key. I'll even open my compartment for you.
100 feet away, aren't you?
Well, presumably not if we all fell together. Tom?
You were...
Is my steed still here? Am I still bemounted?
It's a very big pickle. It's the biggest pickle you ever did see, and is screaming, "Kill me!"
Hang on.
Well, that's such a.
Murta is currently sitting on a very
pickle.
big pickle.
Massive pickle.
Why is this show full of innuendos, Tom?
I don't know. I'm a good, honest boy full of good, honest thoughts.
So Murta's on a massive pickle 100 feet away.
Oh, God. I'm not sure I'm all right with being on a massive pickle.
Okay, it's now changed.
It's a small pickle.
Okay, it's a small
jar of pickles.
Yes, it's now a jar of pickles as it transports and your weight crushes it.
Yeah.
It's still alive.
It's still alive.
Pickles just right.
You monster, Tom. You monster.
But is Murta 100 feet away?
Yes, 100 feet.
Okay, right, good.
Oh, fuck's sake.
gradually fades.
I mean,
yes,
limbo, you could be anywhere, really. Yeah.
As I understand it, I can't attack somebody who is invisible unless I have taken an action to see them.
You know where they are because bonus when that would be an attack with disadvantage.
But they can't see me, which would mean I'd be attacking with advantage, so would it therefore be a flat roll?
He can see you now, he's no longer blinded.
But I'm invisible.
Sorry, when did you become invisible?
When I cast Greater Invisibility.
Okay, you're invisible then.
Yeah.
Oh, it's DM's fear at that point, mate. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, just a flat roll.
Shall I just attack the dragon? That makes more sense.
No. I've got the dragon, hopefully. Start attacking, it's going to be a lot harder.
Hopefully I've remembered that in between all of my slug hair falling out. Sure, flat roll. Let's see what we can do. 25.
That will... Hold on, let me just... Can he see... There's no defense. Yes, that does hit.
Cool. Second attack, 26. That will hit.
That does hit.
Third attack is a nat 1, so forget that one.
Nope.
Fourth attack is a 22, so three hits.
Yep.
One of those is cantrip, booming blade. So first attack, 10 damage, 23 damage.
And we can't see any of this.
No.
I just want you to all know that Tom is just sending me random messages.
Yeah.
33.
Well, your visions, aren't they?
It's very random.
Are you drinking the pickle juice?
Drink the pickle juice.
Yeah, I have been.
33 slashing, 5 thunder, so 38 altogether. And booming blade applies, so if he moves, it will take damage. Amazing.
It's like liquid pickle.
Yeah. And at the end of that, I'm back in the ethereal plane, so bye, Limbo.
Fair enough. You've just removed yourself from the battle.
I'll come back, though.
Okay.
That's no bad thing.
Yeah. I can't turn the spell off.
I mean, yeah, okay.
I do think, though, I think as the spell works, I pop back out where I left.
Yeah. I could just okay, actually no, so you're in the limbo ethereal plane.
Yeah, I can see.
There's literally just a clown there going, hey!
The ethereal stretches across everything, Tom. There's argument as to whether it's also the astral sea. Like, it's everywhere.
There's still a clown.
There's an argument about whether it goes to the outer planes, but you know.
Yeah. When I pop into the ethereal plane, I just take a moment to go to
Newland. Yeah. As I said, just a clown who's like, hey! Just hang out. Just hang out in the ethereal plane. Limbo's great! Okay.
Wait, Newland's a clown now.
Yeah, Newland's a clown now.
Newland's a clown. Hunk, roll me a D100, please, my old friend.
Dear, okay. 62.
62.
Buckle my shoe.
Tickety-boo.
Go on.
For the next minute, you must shout when you speak.
I think I'm probably going to shout anyway, because this is freaky.
Absolutely.
Okay, here goes. I will turn to the dragon. And I will cast Calm Emotions on the dragon.
As you shout at them, calm down!
No.
Calm down, dear. You're being emotional. Oh, yes, that's going to work for me.
No, what I'm going to shout at the dragon is, this cannot be what you wanted. Look around you. Look at what's happening. We can work together on this. Charisma 6.
Interesting.
They roll a 3.
Okay. It's still 13, but...
It's not enough.
No.
Done.
Yeah.
I can suppress any effect causing a target to be charmed in any way. Does the dragon stop being... It doesn't last forever. Does the dragon stop being possessed? Does the dragon stop being controlled by this yellowy effect?
No. This isn't charm. This is, at the moment, this is her. This is deep in her core corruption.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
But
It's cordyceps.
yeah, yes, basically.
Okay.
But interesting. Okay.
I mean, the effects of calm emotions, if that won't do anything, then it won't affect it.
Oh, no, she's not uncorrupted, but...
No, but that's fine. It's still things still happen that aren't that. If she's not charmed or frightened, doesn't matter. In which case, she is indifferent towards all of us. It ends if the target is attacked or harmed by a spell, or specifically if it witnesses any of its friends being harmed. So, I will call out to everyone, stop fighting. I'm still shouting, obviously.
Of course.
No matter what anyone does, do nothing, please.
Wait, start fighting or stop fighting?
Stop. Do not start fighting. That's the end of my turn, and I will walk towards the dragon swine, cheek by jowl with it.
Hello.
I'm gonna get you out of this, I said I would.
I believe you. I knew your mentor. They were a great gatecrasher. I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, I didn't know.
No.
That is really bad. Sorry. Actually, no, that's not what Hunk would say. That's a comedy line. What Hunk would say is, oh. Because what they want to say is, oh. But it comes out as a shout.
The dragon kind of lifts her head away from you a bit, like, that we were cheek by jowl. You just yelled at my...
I'm sorry! I don't know what's going on!
Please stop yelling in my ear.
That is the end of my turn.
Dottie.
No one tell Hunk any secrets.
Anyway.
Okay, Dottie does not fix the machine. We are at the top of the round. Hemlock, a D100, my friend.
Tom, I don't... Oh, no. Never mind. Ignore me. I just want to say, Tom, I love this D100 chaos. It's excellent.
29.
29.
You are made of cheese!
Did Dottie roll? Does Weird Elf roll?
What an interesting point. Dottie hasn't rolled a D100. Dottie will roll a D100. Thank you for keeping me honest.
That's what
Slug has.
Roll 1D100.
I've used my divination dice now, by the way. I'm out.
They were both super effective.
I know. They both really... I've rolled a 1 to 3.
Okay. Dottie's like, okay, I don't know what to... Why are my hands greasy? I'm just
touching the pickle.
So it's like a bit of the machinery just like slaps her in the face, and she's like, "Ow!" It does crack one of the lenses, though. Okay, what did you roll, Hemlock? It was 20...
29.
Hey, Hemlock, teleport anywhere within 60 feet.
It would be to the elf, but...
Yep. You teleport. You're right next to the machine now. And actually, you're not next to it. You step. You land right on his foot. And he's like, ow!
Hang on. If this breaks the calm emotions because he stepped on his foot.
No, that's... So she can't see it. She can. She's like...
Witness.
That's weird. You're just like going, Again, she doesn't like him that much. You know? Okay. That's fine. I wouldn't do that. Okay, you're right. You're right.
Count as a friend.
Yeah. He's invisible, but he is right next to you.
Is this clowny dude?
The clown is in with you. Right. It's just that there's weird things here.
There's more weird invisible shit going on.
Absolutely.
Basically, you've got Nayland there going, ow, I'm in so much pain, this is awful, and the clown going, hi, at the same time.
It's just that you haven't said hello to it, and you're being very rude. Hemlock.
Would you be okay to make me a persuasion check, Chris?
Yeah, of course.
I think that'll help me kind of.
That's a nice way of doing it, yeah.
29.
I don't want to. Fantastic, then I will hold my action.
I'm an extremely charming Minotaur.
Yes. And to be fair, I said about advantage due to literally just getting married. Let's not break the trust immediately.
Yeah.
I don't think Hunk really understands that that's what's happened. Thought it was just like a really nice thing.
It was just really sweet.
Just a really sweet thing. It was nice, thank you. Oh, things are going well. Hopefully at some point we can go on a date. You're married. What?
Things move fast when you're an adventurer.
We'll
Life
figure
is on the line.
it out. Well, I guess we can go honeymoon in the this plane.
Yeah, honeymoon in limbo.
Honeymoon in limbo. How was your honeymoon? Well, my husband's now a shrew, but otherwise, it was great.
Worst things happen at sea. Okay, so is that?
I will hold my attack action with my battle axe.
Amazing. You will probably.
Oh, do you want me to state a trigger, or are you happy just?
Yes. What would you count as a trigger?
The dragon, the dragon doing damage, or the calm emotion's been broken.
You're probably going to have to use it in a moment because out of nothingness, a dagger goes flying and just brushes past the dragon. It does hit and has done her 7 points of damage.
Where did the arrow come from?
At the knife, you can see that Newland, basically having an idea what's happened, just has thrown a knife at his companion.
And I can see.
Yeah.
What did he roll on his?
28.
Does it work when your allies start throwing stuff at you?
I assume if people are getting violent.
It's not damage. It's allies of the person who's charmed you, I think.
If the target is attacked or harmed by a spell, or if it witnesses any of its friends being harmed.
Right. So any harm would do it.
Yeah.
I can't see him attacking to cast Silvery Barbs on him.
Fine. Then I will Silvery Barbs it.
Go ahead.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage. You see a knife. The knife goes. Yep, nope, same thing. Does hit, unfortunately.
Hang on, there must be something I can do.
Hold on. Oh no, I had my turn. I should have grappled it.
Grapple.
You can still throw daggers when grappled. It doesn't make the grappling doesn't stop it.
It's almost as if Tom planned this encounter.
If he's attacking an ally that you consider an ally, you could take your sentinel attack.
That then ultimately breaks this, and that's not what we want. And it would still attack and still hit.
Okay.
It wouldn't change anything.
Yeah.
No, I can't Silvery Barbs because I can't see him. I haven't got any reactions I can do to stop this, guys. There's nothing I can do.
Dagger flies, just brushes the cheek of the dragon, who... It's interesting to see a dragon with, like, purpley eyes. That seems to sort of carry through from, what it wants to imagine. The eyes go yellow again, and the dragon...
Good job choosing new friends, Gatecrasher. Look what they're willing to do to you.
Yes, you're right. You're all traitors. You all want to hurt me.
Oh, you're always so dramatic. Wind it in.
I will not wind my neck in, Murta. You're not my mother.
Well, no, but I am your friend.
Hands on hips. Like, less of this. Interesting. Heartburn. Roll me a D100.
Will do. 13. 1-3.
Oh boy.
You cast confusion centered on yourself.
Good. Do I automatically fail it, or do I have to pass something?
Well, you have cast it on yourself. Let's have a look at what confusion
Yeah,
does.
just bring it up.
Yeah.
Chaos. More chaos.
Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point I choose. Oh, but it says centered
It's on
on me.
yourself, yeah.
affected target can't take reactions and must roll a d10 at the start of each of its turns to determine its behavior. Okay, so Newland is near me, as is Hemlock, and whoever else you determine, I guess.
So if you're by the
I'm
machine,
not there.
Yeah. She's on some broken pickles over there.
Wisdom saving throw. Presumably I'm next to Hemlock and therefore benefit from a +3, though.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd argue we're either 5 to 10 feet away from each other.
You're definitely sort of like, you're standing around the device, so yeah, you're within 5.
That's 21, which beats my save DC, so I'm not confused.
Good.
Hemlock and Newland, I guess, as well.
Yeah, and Dottie.
And Dottie. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Okay, so Newland, wisdom. Newland gets a 25.
25 beats my DC.
Cool, so I'm not confused. Dottie gets a 16.
Does not beat my DC. That was the wrong way round, Tom.
Yeah, okay, you've got one confused mechanic.
You could still... No, you can't still around Newland because you can't see. Damn it.
What? I can see.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, you can't see... Chris can't see Newland. So.
No,
I also realised I didn't say Newland regained one of his level slots, his spell slots. That's not... Nothing's happened. Nothing, you know. Just for those of you interested in the battle. Okay, so you have...
What about Hemlock? I didn't hear your...
Yeah.
I can see Dottie. Would it make sense for Dottie to roll again and hopefully not be confused?
You can only impose disadvantage with silvery barbs.
Sorry, Mike. I'm just trying to...
Yeah. What wisdom did you get, Mike?
Sorry, was it saving already? No,
saving, yeah. Saving throw.
That's what I'm getting that 20 on.
You're not confused. That's good.
Yeah, confusion is the word.
Yeah, so a 31.
You're not confused. The only person you managed to confuse
is Dottie.
Okay.
Who is also covered in grease.
I'm slightly confused because I don't know that spell. So
yeah, where did it come from? Why did it just burst out of your mouth? Yeah, horrible. You get your turn though.
Cool. Have I seen? I've seen the dagger because I saw Newland throw it, and so I know that
you saw it. Yeah.
Is it? It's worth doing. I'm going to use my action to cast Mirror Image, so I can now see invisibility, and I've got my my duplicates. And then, seeing as everything's gone to shit, I'm getting my rage on.
Do it. Finish him.
That's action, and that's my bonus. So.
Oh, my attack is triggered though as well. Actually, I forgot.
Yes, I'll let. Yeah. Because you know. Yeah, there was an attack. You saw that. He's overconfident, and that's his weakness.
I'll get a bit of overconfidence to the face.
Cast Hamasha.
Did you hit him?
Oh, sorry, is it me first?
Up to you. You know, sort of.
Ah, that's only a 16 to hit.
It doesn't hit, unfortunately. You swipe and you just air.
I'd have been at disadvantage. Oh no, he's not invisible anymore because he threw a dagger.
You can see. This is the thing. Sort of like those of you who can see him, that he kind of ducked and rolled about. You know, he's still within, but he's a wiggly. He's just wiggling.
Was it great?
What I'm saying is he hasn't moved far enough away for an opportunity.
It is a. I am just going to look at the.
It's a cloak of invisibility. He'll just.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just
invisible. Oh, it's a cloak of. Of course, you said it was night.
Put it up. Yeah.
Cool.
You want to take? So you can see him now. So you're getting your attacks flat.
Who?
That's the thing. Are you taking attacks, Heartburn?
He can't. He did an action to cast Mirror Image and a bonus action to Rage.
So in answer to the question, no, you're not. Dragon.
Really should have done it before we left, but hey.
Hey, so it goes. Yeah. Okay. Unc, why do you keep putting yourself in danger?
Tom?
Yeah.
I've just checked Cloak of Invisibility, and it doesn't function like an invisibility spell. The person wearing it is invisible no matter what they do.
Oh, what an interesting thing.
Oh, greater invisibility.
Yeah, he bought a terrible cloak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought so, because it's a legendary item. It has to have some value.
Yeah. I mean, does that...
It could just be a cloak that casts invisibility on him, Tom, and then it's done.
Invisibility, and that's done, yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, cool.
Just...
For those of us who love semantics, there we go. Fixed it.
Yeah, we'll get through. Okay,
There's a dragon, and it's looking right at me. Yep.
Yeah.
Darling, you could just leave poor old Hunk alone.
I'm like the youngest person here.
If you must whack someone, well, why not me?
Okay.
I'm gonna die.
I mean, or suggest an elf. I'm just...
Tom.
Yeah?
If the dragon leaves my range, I am a warcaster.
Sure.
Which means I can use get the wording on this right. Sorry, feats at the bottom of the sheet. You have advantage on blah, blah, blah. You can use your reaction to make an opportunity attack to cast a spell that has a casting time of 1 action and targets only that creature.
By all means.
I cast Remove Curse.
Sure.
There is no roll, there is no saving throw, no nothing. I just touch them and I remove a curse, which fixed me yesterday.
It did, but it was... So it's going to be removed, but when it removed from you, it was very early days. This has been in her for what you assume is months now.
I mean, I don't know what happens. I cast Remove Curse as she goes, and...
Yeah. Can you roll me a Constitution saving throw?
Sure. $12.
I just need to roll some dice. You cast Remove Curse. Before you went to sleep, you were told that the removal of this magic had side effects, repercussions, like if the ring was depowered. And that's kind of what happens here, as the curse leaves this dragon as it's taking off, and it just explodes out across you in a wave, and you take 50 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh. Okay.
We've got that bond on, haven't we?
Hemlock's got a bond on.
What's the bond that Hunk cast on?
I've cast an emboldening bond. You can
swap in.
Teleport in to take the damage for me, but I'll be all right.
Well, hang on.
If you're not going to, it'd be probably fine because I can take that without too much issue.
It's about half my hit points, though. It's not the end of the world.
No, by half it as well.
I'm just double checking. Oh, go on.
Why do you have necrotic damage, mate?
Is it necrotic?
Yeah.
So I'm just seeing, because I feel like Zealot Barb has some sort of advantage when it's...
I don't know, honestly.
I also do have to point out, this is not just going out of your hit points, this is going out of your maximum hit points as well, as this corruption just sweeps.
Take it.
No, I can't.
Take it. Use Warding Bond. Take it, then you both take it.
It's not a Warding Bond.
What is it?
He did not make a Warding Bond. He married me, therefore we both have +2 to AC.
Ceremony takes an hour.
Well, we don't know.
We had 8 of them. I would definitely
you don't need to
damage, but I just happen to be on the ethereal plane, so I can't. What a tragedy!
If no one teleports in, I'll just take it, and it's fine for me to take it. I can't heal it back, but it's fine.
You're a healer.
No, I'll take it because I've got much more to lose.
I can't stop you if you choose to do that.
Let's do it.
Okay. Oh, the tragedy.
Because that still leaves me with even losing max. Taking up my max, it still leaves me with loads.
Yes, but that's not fully what happens, is it? Hemlock. Oh, the tragedy. Okay, Hemlock, you sort of teleport in, and you take this blow straight to the face, and straight into your beautiful Minotaur nose. Just goes in. Can you please make me a wisdom saving throw?
Mm-hmm. 31.
Hemlock, you hear a voice in your head just going, hello, well, this is going to be fun. And then another voice goes, rage not, old chap, I think you'll find he's mine. Out you go! As this yellow mist just out of your nose and just like vanishes into the air. And just as you're sort of like, oh, that's weird. Look, old boy, if you could come back to have a little chat with me back at your home, I think I've got some things to tell you. Toodly pip, old sport. And just... So yeah, at which point the dragon sort of like lands again and just sort of like pops a hat on and just was like,
Feeling more yourself, dearie?
Absolutely.
Maybe just sit down for a bit. You've been quite unwell.
Yes. Thank you very much, everyone. I'm just going to lie down on this marshmallow and ham rock. Just... Oh dear.
I'm going to hug Hemlock very close because.
Yeah.
Wait, are we done? What happened to Newland?
He's still there.
Okay.
He's still there.
I'm taking a free action to hug my husband. Thank you very much.
I'm not opposed to the hug. I want my turn, folks. That's
yes. It's also now your turn.
You can hug us on your turn. It's fine.
Everyone have a cuddle party.
Right, D100.
Yes.
For Limbo.
Yes.
You turn into an elf.
56. Don't tell me it's hair. I don't have any hair. I am completely unflappable.
I am
Even Limbo can't stop me.
David.
You have one flap.
If I crush a sapphire, is that... No, I've got more than one flap because you've only seen the one flap, but there's more.
Yeah.
If... What's wrong with all of you? Put that face away. If I crush a sapphire, does that take an action?
Let me check. Yes. Speak the item's name and crush the sapphire.
Clunk. The key comes smashing out of the machine and into your hand. It's sparking though. This key has been crushed in this machinery coming out.
Well, that's all right. I can mending it later.
How are we getting out of here?
With the key.
It's broken.
Not to be pedantic, the item instantly appears in your hand, so it doesn't actually travel any distance.
Yes, it does. It's so strange. It's so strange that it does.
It's just limbo. It's a limbo thing.
The clown leans in and is like, I'll marry you.
Does it take an action to use a key, or is it a bonus action?
It would be an action to use the key.
Is it a bonus action to open holes in reality, Tom?
In that case...
Is it a free action to open holes in reality, Tom?
You can certainly try.
Look, Tom is playing hard and fast with the rules. You never know what you might get away with. In that case...
Fast and loose, surely.
How I feel.
Not hard and fast.
What did I say?
You said playing hard and fast with the rules.
I meant fast and loose.
No, hard and fast.
It's been a long evening.
Sure has.
What is wrong?
We're sponsored by...
I'm putting the key inside my chest.
Oh, sure you are.
I'm not even bothered if they can see the flap. It's fine. No one's front on. No one can see the jar.
Not looking at Murta's flaps. It's fine.
No one can see the jar. And I'm gonna ride my crushed tiny pickles. away.
This is not where I saw this ending.
You're right. Away from combat. You're just riding off that way. Fair enough. It's now the machine's turn. The machine has no power as it just sort of crumples in itself, and Dotty's like, okay, I think that's good. That's a good point. That we'll get to her later. Where she's like, I'm just so confused and greasy.
Dotty's having a day.
Yeah, Alba. Forever and ever and ever, and so much kissing. Don't leave me. Also, roll another D100.
Oh God, it's every turn.
Yes, because it was going to teleport. You could have got out of here.
Enough clowning. 44.
44. For the next minute, you can teleport up to 20 feet as a bonus action.
Amazing. 3 Misty Steps. Not that much point in doing it, but nonetheless, that's very cool. Thank you, Tom.
Kill this.
I am going to choose to pop out of the ethereal plane behind the clown for whatever reason, who is also Newland, and attack as before, because that's what I can do.
Yep.
First attack, 28.
Hits.
Second attack, which will be the cantrip, 15 doesn't hit.
Nope.
Oh, I have emboldening what's it that I can use this
Bond,
turn.
you do. You can use it on one roll.
Might be the difference.
The 4?
18?
Nope.
No, that's fine. Third attack is almost a crit. This is 30.
That hits.
And then a 23.
That doesn't, unfortunately.
So just 3 normal attacks. No cantripy, smantery. 21, 35 points of slashy.
You just slash into this guy.
Still alive.
Still alive.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Can we just assume that over time we will eventually kill him?
You can now tell where he is because of the blood on the ground.
Yeah.
He's not invisible anymore. It's just a cloak that gave you invisibility once, not a cloak of invisibility. Thank heavens.
I tell you what, we're getting to the end of the round.
Oh wait, was he not invisible?
No.
Oh, those would all have been with advantage then, Tom. So let's just assume I smashed him.
He was invisible, but then he's not invisible. He's still technically
He's an enigma wrapped in invisibility.
He is, yeah.
It's a limbo thing.
Let me at him.
Oh,
that's true. Hemlock
is he
should have the
dying?
killing blow.
No. I mean, we're all dying. But...
He's not dying any quicker than we'd like him to be.
No.
Dying of laughter.
Yeah.
Is he dead yet?
No.
Can someone just kill the person, please? I wish to capture his soul.
Should have coned of cold.
Yeah.
Whose turn is it?
It's Hunks.
Well, Hunks are not going to kill him.
Gatecrasher, who's like face down, is like, I'll kill him.
I mean,
he murdered my husband.
You have a husband?
Yep.
Well, did.
Yep, and then he got his soul put in a thing, and now he's off somewhere else. I don't know.
Inside a warforge with a hamster?
Sort of like points at you, like bingo.
Oh no, also dead. Sorry.
Fuck.
He's not dead. He got banished.
Yeah.
Oh, possibly just banished.
Oh.
Whoopee.
Whoopee.
I mean,
I know what I'm doing after this. I'm going to go find my husband.
I mean, this guy is not great.
No.
And made my husband very upset.
Yep.
Damn right.
We just established husband's very important.
I don't carry a weapon, but I'm a Minotaur.
Mm.
I'm going to walk over and I'm going to... Tom, if you'll allow, can I use my horns attack to try and gore him to death?
Absolutely.
I mean, I highly doubt I'll hit. It seems extremely unlikely, but...
I tell you what, if you do hit, And because we're running out of time, and because it's going to be poetic, let's see what happens.
Minotaur love is the most gorgeous love.
Most powerful.
That is a non-natural 20.
Oh.
That's just a flat.
No, it's a +5, so I rolled a 15, so non-natural 20.
I'm afraid that doesn't hit, though. But
my emboldening bond was also on me. 24.
Beat it.
Very good.
Hunk isn't used to killing. Doesn't really do it. I don't think they really know what they're doing. I think they just charge him and just head goes down, charge, and jam horns into his chest. Don't really know what they've done.
You just... Yeah. The cloak, you almost like broke the clasp, so falls away, and you're just looking into the eyes of this man.
Soul cage.
He's not quite dead.
Well, he is dying, and I'm going to grasp his soul and put it in a little cage, which I have made magically, and now it is mine.
As that's happening.
Nope, he gets no final words. Gone in my soul cage.
Fair enough. He's dead. He's dead, and his soul is in the cage.
I mean, I can talk to him later, but...
Like beautiful flowers, the most beautiful thing alive is now contained in a cage.
Crushed in a cage.
And with that, we are out of combat.
But we're still stuck in limbo.
Absolutely. As various horrible things are happening to you as you all stand around.
Oh.
But
I dismiss Blink.
I'm going to try and use the key.
Sure.
Can I help?
Yes.
By channeling my arcane power into you. I don't understand how it works, but I can probably lend you some of my strength.
Sure. What would I be rolling, Tom?
That would be a Arcana check.
Arcana.
I can cast Bless on you as well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You need to beat a 30.
If enough seconds have passed, that my rage is gone as well.
Hold on. Let me put this another way. Do you know where you want to go?
No.
Okay. Would you be happy just randomly opening a portal to somewhere?
Yes.
Amazing. I'll tell you what, roll your Arcana.
I'll cast Bless, there's enough time. Add a D4.
Oh, yeah, D4.
And you got advantage from Dave.
That is a 29.
So close.
It's the highest. It's the highest I can possibly roll. I can't roll a 30 on Arcana,
Yeah.
Tom.
That's fair. This is why I made it horrible. Okay. You open a portal.
Oh, hang on. I'm really sorry, Tom, to interrupt. I could have blessed and given Bardic Inspiration.
Oh yeah, good. 1d6.
If you'll allow.
Yeah, I could also have done that.
If you'll allow, Tom, I don't want to step on your toes.
I mean, it would give an actual ending to this. Go on.
Makes it a 31.
Where would you like to go?
I mean, it's the whole of multiverse to go for. I would like to go to a beach that I went to once, somewhere very sunny.
Back on the material plane?
It would have been on the material plane, where they serve excellent cocktails and also oil.
There is a chime, and a beautiful portal opens as the key in your hand just turns to dust.
Right, one-way trip, folks. In you go.
I'm here. Walk through.
That's one.
Hemlock will put his hand out to Hunk.
I'll take it.
Go through.
while this has been happening, Bernard's come out of his rage and will have cast Dispel Magic on Dottie, so that she's no longer confused, and will kind of try and guide her out.
She's covering one eye where the lens cracked, but just like, and then just sort of, as she does it, she turns around and just kicks the machine that just flips and then just sort of mutates, turns into a mask for one moment, just staring at you, and then just vanishes. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, I was so scared I was going to be stuck here forever. I want to go home.
Assuming the dragon's following us as well.
I think I'll just say, yes, Gatecrasher. Gatecrasher will follow. You've all stepped through the portal. Hollybobs! Hooray!
Honeymoon.
Honeymoon. Hollybobs. As we enter into the epilogue of Crash and Burn, I assume, Hunk, that you're going to sending to Keeper.
Yeah.
Within a very short period of time, and like the staff of this there's like locals come and like, we don't know what's happening, but don't go into limbo, as you're just watching things like flashing in it. Keeper does arrive, full of light snow, assisting, and just buries herself into Dottie. It's like, I'm so sorry, I thought you would. It's like, it's fine. They spin around. They're young and happy to be back together. Keeper does get a key from round their neck, closes the portal. Well, absolutely marvelous. Oh, you brought back key! Oh, Gatecrasher! Hi, Keeper. I've had a hell of a time. I'll write up a report later. Oh, don't worry, no one needs them, really. Just... Oh, the beach! And pulls off its robes to reveal a lovely pair of skis.
I would just like to register that it was me who used the key to get here, so I think you could entrust me with one.
Interesting. How did you know to open it here?
I wanted to come here. It felt right.
Well, that is one of the main steps. Sort of like, Gatekeeper's like, it might not be the smartest idea, but I second the allocation of a silver key to Mercer. I just again sits down. It's like, okay, yes. So I take it that you will be becoming a Gatecrasher then.
Absolutely.
Marvelous. You come with us and we'll have a discussion. Oh, Keeper, sweet Keeper. For the rest of you, honeymoon. What do we want to do? What do we want to do on this beautiful sandy beach?
Are you coming, Alba? Make a good team.
Alba thinks. For a hobgoblin of the Arcani, facial hair is a mark of status and honor. Having lost his, even if it were to grow back, well, I no longer have a name or honor. Albatroxus Malice is no more. Simply Alba. So it's time to find a new name with new honor. I'll go with you.
Bernard?
I wish you all well in your travels, but I'm definitely more of a lead guitarist, so I think that I'll be heading off, spreading the legend of Bernard a bit more.
Adoring fans to entertain.
Precisely.
Didn't your Gatecrasher get, like, banished back here somewhere? Maybe you could find him?
That's a good idea, actually.
Gatecrasher would come with you since that was her husband.
That's a good point. I will, if that's okay with you.
She could stand behind you while you're performing and make like cool effects.
I will never turn down a roadie if that's what you're looking for.
There is now a beautiful image as a woman in robes puts out a hand to shake a man who's on fire. Those of you who like Pink Floyd, this looks incredibly like the Wish You Were Here album. And weirdly, because we've got the rights, it starts playing in the background.
We don't have the rights.
Oh, we have the rights. We have the Pink Floyd, notoriously non-litigious. Yeah. I also like.
Are you as good
the
at
closest thing you could play? Yeah, carry on.
Are you as good at backing up as your husband?
I was more of the bard, but yes. Okay, let's get the show on the road.
She's very melodic. She can sing 2 notes at the same time. Sometimes you have to ask her to stop.
She does. It sounds freaky.
It's just Tibetan throat singing as well.
Yeah, I was just literally about to say it's Tibetan throat singing, but there's a draconic growl to it. There's also a drow, just out of the way. Under a really large parasol. I'm not enjoying myself, but I brought my book. No one interrupt me, I'm reading my book.
Oh, you've
Marvelous.
seen me go on holiday then.
So,
I'm having a splendid holiday.
I'm having a lovely time. So, there you go. A couple new Gatecrashers, a former Gatecrasher, and a new, not assistant, but companion. I know that's the top 2 thing, but an equal. You know, you proved yourself in battle. The married couple. Whatever do you want to do on this beautiful sunny day?
Has anyone told me that we're married?
No, not officially.
Okay. What do you want to do?
Well, I need to go home at some point, but I wasn't given a time scale. I feel like I sat with like a martini glass as well.
Yeah. I've got sex on the bigger.
Yeah. I need to go home at some point, but
okay.
No orders of time, and this is the first time I've ever been out on my own and the material plane. So
you're not on your own.
Well, maybe you should show me around.
Chink.
Leave it there.
That's...
Well, clearly it's early evening, so the sun is going down. It's beautiful. You hold up your cocktail glasses and clink them together, and from behind we see 2 horn silhouettes, and the glasses... I've read too many romance novels.
It's beautiful.
Artburn plays you off with a romantic death metal riff.
Just Murta in the background. So, Mr. Soul, tell me everything.
She will find you, and you will burn.
Oh dear, how terrifying, small person in cage.
Oh, don't worry. She'll get me back. She always comes and gets me.
That's really rather difficult from within a soul cage, but you don't need to know that.
I don't need to know that. She'll put me in a war fort. She'll be fine. She'll never leave me. She loves me. This soul just babbles away to itself.
You know you can now just let it go and it'll be dead.
Yes, but I get to ask it 6 things first.
Okay.
Or use it to bolster my own hit points, or other
absolutely
excellent things.
Fuse it into a weapon and make the world's most annoying sentient sword.
I can borrow its experience to get advantage, or I can use its eyes to see what it has seen. So it's going to be extremely helpful to me.
What did you see?
Yeah, there's a lot of fun things you can do with this soul. And now, as a Gatecrasher, who's going to stop you? You know.
Come on, we're driving towards a plot where Alba and Murta have to kill each other for the greater good.
The greater good.
Greater good.
Greater good.
What do you mean about those murders then?
Murder.
One murder.
Because everyone sells apples around here. Yep, that's strawberries.
You tells me nothing.
I am tempted to do plot hooks to expand it, but no. Unfortunately, we've not ended on the beautiful image of 2 minotaurs.
Yes, we have.
Murta is like...
Editors, just flip that around.
that inverts. So, as we come to the end of Crash and Burn, first of all, I would like to thank my players for the madness, for keeping me on my toes. Also, for not just murdering a dragon. You know, you're in good standing, my friends. You're in good standing.
Just murdered an elf instead.
Well, yeah. I mean, Hunk, that's your problem when you shut your eyes tonight, which you can. You can now shut your eyes. Also, Hemlock managed to get non-possessed, which is always fun. Anyway, as we finally pull the ship into port after so long at sea, big thank you to, as I said, my players. If you have enjoyed tonight, unfortunately this is the end of me, because I will just transcend to another plane. Anyway, but we've got next week. I think we're going into one-shots, correct?
We are going into one-shot territory, that is correct. We've got some new one-shots from some new DMs.
Oh, very, very
DMs.
New DMs.
Might there be one at this table?
There very well might be.
I've already just run the game, so just...
I mean, really, that's only a choice of two, isn't it? Because it wasn't as mysterious as I was going for. Sorry, audience.
It's Sean's Mario. Cat Mario running a game. Yes, so that will be 6 p.m. A Monday is Chris's campaign, which...
Yes.
The
Wreckage of Mithranor. It's dark, twisted, and mysterious.
Ooh. Fridays we have either, I think probably this week we'll have a talk together for this, or it might be talking as a free action. Who knows what might come through the planes? We don't know. We're in the hands of the kobolds. So all our shows, they're streamed at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg. Our content, youtube.com/rolltogetherrpg. Podcasts, just search for Roll Together RPG. Massive thanks to the D20 Club. If you have been able to chart this, incredible. Look forward to the talk together where I just start explaining things, or won't. Who knows? You
Is
can
that
join
where we can understand the plot?
I'm fully ready to try and explain some stuff.
I feel like this was just a murder adventure. I'm so sorry, everyone. I spoke a lot.
I got married. I'm fine.
You did get married.
It was a murder adventure. I got married. It's fine.
As long as someone got married, it's a good Tom campaign. Yes, Patreon. If you spend one of your gold pieces, you can come join us. We have a Discord, which was set up by our fans. We've got a wiki set up by our fans. And if you search for social media, Roll Together RPG, and more than ever, I beg you, from the name of the keysmith himself, please stay classy at the table. No!